Yo, what up? This your boy Mellow Man Ace El Padrino.
This your boy Chino Brothers.
My name is Questlove.
What's up? This is Method Man.
I'm 50 Cent.
Yo, what's up? This is Ice Cube.
And you're checking out the Chino Brothers right here. Keep it locked. Peace.
All right, so for everybody watching right now, it is a pre-recorded video. We apologize in advance. Adlai has some stuff to do with the kids' school this week. So you're watching pre-recorded. So all your comments will pop up. And when we don't respond to them, it's not because we're being rude. It's because this is pre-recorded.
Well, we could comment on them later.
I'm not going to.
But
Adlai will personally send you a handwritten letter for every one of your comments later.
And likes too. And if you subscribe.
Here's how this goes. I got to answer so many. Dude, we have so many comments. Dude, we had 97 comments on one video. What? I was like, dude, I don't know how like the Jake Pauls of the world do it, dude. They must have somebody that answers their comments.
We got a team.
Yeah, they must.
We got a team that does that too.
It took me like 45 minutes just to answer comments yesterday. I'm not even kidding. And there was a lot of haters, bro. I think that's putting me in a bad mood, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that's putting me in a bad mood.
Dude, that's tough, dude. Even one recently, there was a comment like, "Oh, your radio station's awful. It's not real," and you're just kind of like, it's hard not to internalize that and take it personal. Because I
said that too. Your radio station's awful. And
you're just like, real. What? You're just thinking like, but it's people that have won prizes from you. You see at the events. You're just kind of like, why are you trying to show out? Because you don't think we're looking. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, dude. I guess it's just kind of a bummer. It's saddening, but it does make you angry too. Because like I thought we were homies.
I think what sucks is that you kind of have to still be nice to them if they show up at one of your shows and all that stuff. Versus if somebody says some stuff about my shop, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm glad you don't want to shop here anymore because I didn't like you anyways.
There's the door.
And they keep showing up too. Like I forgot. This one dude. Yeah, this one dude, his name's Eric, man. I'll put him right on blast right now, dude. This scrawny old dude looks all cracky and stuff. Dude, this cat, bro. Oh my gosh, dude. This dude would always be perverted to all the girls at my shop. He like one time we had this game, it was called Tiny Yahtzee. And so like you had to roll the dice. If you got Yahtzee, which is 5 of a kind, then you won the prize, right? So he got 4, and he calls me later. He's like, "Yeah, that was close. Can I have something?" I'm like, "No." Yeah. Then we were giving away free juice one week. So it's like you buy a bottle, you get a bottle of this new brand because this new brand wanted us to kick them off, right? So they sent us a bunch of samples, like give them away to your customers. Like, okay, cool. You buy a 100 ml bottle, you get this bottle with it. So guy buys his bottle, he gets his free bottle. He calls me later. He's like, "Hey, this juice is making my stomach hurt. I think I'm gonna throw up." And I'm like, "Well, then I stopped vaping it, bro." And he was like, "Oh, okay. Well, is there something we can do?" And I'm like, "I just told you what you could do. Stop vaping it." And he's like, "Well, you can't give me a different bottle." I'm like, "No, dude, that was the promo, bro." This guy kept going and kept going and kept going. And finally, he talked crap on me on Facebook. I was like, "Thank God." I was like, "Thank God." And I just replied to his thing. I was like, "Hey, bro, don't come back to the shop." Shows up. I'm like, "Hey, bro, you're not invited into the shop."
You've been 86th.
I've kicked out probably like 6 people from the shop. And it's so weird because if I was ever kicked out of anywhere, I'd be embarrassed to try to go back. I'd be like, I'm not going back. I got it kicked out. But if you get kicked out of my shop, you absolutely deserve it. I'll tell you right now, I run that shop like Noe G runs his neighborhood. And we heard a lot about that. So we're about to bring him on right now, folks. If you're here for Noe G, we apologize that we took so much of your time. But Noe G, why don't you come and bless these people with a great story? Adlai, bring this man. What's up, Noe G?
Noe G. Yeah, finally. You know what? And this is crazy, too, because me and Noe G have been in the same market. I've been here since 05, so almost 20 years. And Noe G's OG Noe G has been here, but you're from Bakersfield, right?
Yeah, I'm from Bakersfield. Well, I'm born in Corpus Christi, Texas.
Really?
Corpus? Yeah. I was gonna say you look like Chingo Bling a little bit.
I always wanted to live in Corpus. Did you grow up there?
I moved here when I was 2 years old, so I don't.
Oh, that sucks.
Okay.
So I'm from Bakersfield.
Finally, somebody from a cool beach town. Every DJ, they'll tell me the name of the town. Nice. What's that?
I heard it's nice, the beach.
Oh, our old program director, he told us he was about to go to Corpus. He's like, "I'm bringing us all with you." And I was just like, "We're going to live on the beach." I was so happy. Like my heart was all singing. No, bro, we didn't go. We stayed in Tucson. Like, there ain't no ocean here. I was so mad.
But Noe G on the music scene, the hip hop scene, the DJ, radio, all that stuff too. So we finally tracked him down, got him on. And people were actually hitting me up like, "Hey, what about that Noe G dude? You gonna get Noe G on?"
Oh, that's cool.
So I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, we should. So, and for some weird reason, I had your cell phone number. Still, I was like, and I sent you the screenshot of the poster, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, "Hey, nice mugshot, bro." And I was like, "I wonder if he knows who this is." Yeah, we should show that. He's gonna be DJing at the DAC Sace concert. So
that's nice. All right, well, let's get down to this story, Noe G. So you grew up in Bakersfield, and now when do you start getting involved in hip hop?
Well, let's start in late 70s.
Okay.
In the late 70s, around 78, 79, we used to go to my grandma's house a lot, and she lived in Pomona, California.
Oh.
And out down in LA. And over there, she used to have a record player, with the 45s that you dump, stack them up, and they once the other one's done, the other one falls out. So I started messing with that, and then my cousin Irene Cabrera, shout out to her, she gave me a first 45, which was Foxy Get Off, and that was, I think it was like 73 when they came out with that song, or 77, somewhere around there. Anyways,
70s.
Yeah, so I took it home, and then next time I came back to my grandma's, down the street from Gary used to be a record store, and no albums. I don't remember seeing albums, but a lot of 45s. Like all the hits and all the shit that used to come out.
This was in Pomona?
Pomona.
Okay.
On Gary.
Okay. So I know exactly where that is.
Yeah. Okay. So
I used to deliver pizzas in Pomona.
Yeah,
for 10 minutes, bro. It got hood mad quick. I'm like, nope, I'm out of here. But anyways, go on.
My grandma used to live across the street from this big, like a beige school. I don't know if it was a school or auditorium. It was like a big school right on Gary. So the record store was down the street. I would always go there and buy I have a big collection of 45s. So I would come home, play them, for my grandma on her record. Moving down a couple years later, I started DJing for this friend of mine, these people, He bought all the equipment. He was using me to DJ it. I said, yeah, I'll do it, shit, So I started doing it.
Oh, that's nice. So he was like, I'll buy the equipment, but you love music so much. I know you have a good ear for what's popping.
Go out there and do your thing. So
wow, that's smart. Now, how old are you at this point?
I was probably when I started DJing for him, I was already in high school. It was, I went into high school in 1980. I was 15 years old. Probably like late 80. I was gonna turn 16.
So essentially, you're a sophomore in high school, and you're DJing. Now, are you DJing? What are you DJing?
Freshman.
You're DJing parties, or what are you DJing?
Well, I was doing weddings, just whatever, backyard
quinceañeras, stuff like that.
And you got to remember, back then, weddings would last till fucking 2 a.m.
No, watch your language, man. We got children watching this. Come on.
But they would start like at 2 in the afternoon and finish like at 2, 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Come pay time, $50. Man.
Yeah, but you're a kid.
And you were happy though.
And it's 1980.
$50 was a lot of money back
then. Yeah, 1980. Are you kidding me?
So,
all right, so when you start.
I said, you know what? I'll start getting my own stuff, you know what I mean? So I was trying to figure out how to get my own stuff, right? I had no money. So at that time, I had learned how to drive my dad's truck, which is stick shift up here, right?
3 on the tree.
Never knew how to drive his truck. I learned it. He's in the truck with me, he's teaching me whatever. I got the hang of it right away. So we pull up to the house. I go, Dad, let me take the truck, go to my friend Danny Ray's house. Go real quick, come back. Hurry up, come back. Spanish, he's yelling at me. No, don't be going anywhere else because you don't really know how to drive. This, that. All right, cool. I take off. I'm out the corner of Potomac and Mount Vernon. Back then it was stop signs, no lights, stop signs. I go, bam! I get hit by a Taco Loco truck, super Taco. When they first came out in Lamont, it was from Lamont. Hit my dad's truck. First time me even driving it, I get in a wreck. Turn around, I end up at the school across the street. Well, make a long story short, 20 grand later from that hit, of course, my mom got the money.
You got paid out 20 grand.
Yeah, because that cat blew the stop sign. Noe G was driving like a square. His pop was telling him, hey, you better stop at every little bump, blah, 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 blah. He was driving like a square. He didn't have the radio on, bro. I'm telling you right now.
My mom said, "Well, what do you want? With your money?" I said, "DJ equipment." And you know what? I gotta admit, I got the cheap stuff. Like I got the Akai turntables, belt driven. They weren't,
Belt
you couldn't even
drives.
belt. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, from the fact that I don't know the brand, I was positive they were belt driven. I didn't think they were direct driven by any
AI
stretch.
or something like that. AKI,
Yeah.
AI or some shit. But and then I got a realistic mixer. I got some big ass PAS bass bottoms with 218s in them, and some Seren Vegas with the 212s and the 15 and the high.
Those speakers are legit, bro.
Vegas, Vegas were
Yeah,
the
your
ones back then.
turntables were
Good
just
stuff.
your turntables were just kind of janky.
Yeah,
but
it was just the turntables.
yeah.
So I
Dude,
got,
and back then, your option for a mixer might have only been realistic.
realistic, yeah.
I think
Was
that
it that?
it.
Was it that
in the late
bronze
70s.
realistic
It was the
2-channel?
the little brown wooden one.
Yeah. With
The
the
wood
3
trim.
lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the 3 lights. Yeah, the yellow and the green.
Yeah. So then I ended up getting the Carver amps, and and then after that it was all jiggy from there. I mean, I started going to LA, Prime Cuts,
Nice.
what is it, Street Sound, my boy
Yep.
Bob out there, he owned Street Sounds upstairs, and then later on he moved on Melrose somewhere. What was it? There was a whole bunch of them. I don't even remember them by now.
Those were the two main ones, though, dude. Those were my two spots
yeah.
too. Prime Cuts and Street Sounds.
And
Yep.
then of course, you had like the Swap Meet. You had other like Baker Boys. I would buy my records off them. This was later though, after they started DJing, because they started DJing in 1984. When let's go back. So
Wait,
I
where
started,
were they getting records from that you were buying from?
Well, this was later on after they started
Okay.
radio and all that. So we'll get to that part.
No, they're still on the promo.
Still in promos.
We still got like a whole bunch of stuff. But so after that, I started DJing, doing my thing, and I just, we would do a lot of house parties. We would do parties at parties at the ranch. It was right there on Cottonwood Road. Parties at the the Knights of Pythias, which is a hall off of Lake Street off of Baker Street. See, a lot of people don't mention these. They never mention these places. The Senior Citizen Center on 4th Street, always big parties there. We would throw those parties there. I mean, there was so much, actually, I even, after that, moving forward, like closer to, I would say, in 87, 88, 89. I was DJing all up until 89, and then I got busted.
Wait, what bumps were you playing at this point? What kind of music are you
I
playing?
was basically we were playing a lot of because we were DJing at Vidal's.
Okay.
On Union.
That was late 80s too, Vidal's?
That was like, I would say like 83, 80.
Was it that? Oh wow.
Well,
That was
because
the jump
when
off
we-
was in the 80s.
Because we
bro.
were
Wow.
DJing at the one on Union, the original Vidal's. It used
Off
to
of
be-
California?
Yeah.
Union, California.
Vidal's
Okay.
used to be upstairs. A lot of people say it was in the basement, but at first it was upstairs, and they were getting the basement ready for the 18 and over nightclub. So moving forward, they finished it up. Everything went downstairs.
Okay. And you guys were all these different halls and stuff. You guys would just rent them out, throw a party.
Well, there were some girls called Escalar. Shout out to Susan Escalar. They would throw parties, so just different party crews that would throw parties, like
Right.
just
Okay.
random people. They would just throw kegger parties, 8, 9 kegs.
But what music are you playing? No, it was still
Playing,
got there.
back then. I'm playing at Vidal's. It was mainly like freestyle, new wave,
Yeah.
a lot of new
nice.
wave, a lot of new wave.
You and Mickey Rock should hang out.
Some hip hop. Yeah,
You like that?
yeah. I love Mickey Rock. yeah.
You like that? Mickey
Yeah.
loves that new wave, dude.
Oh, yeah,
Mickey can't get off it.
He loves it. Yeah. And that he also likes that like rock. He likes a lot of rock.
Yeah.
So the people, the only ones that I remember at Vidal's, the original Vidal's on Union that were DJing there, was me, Moses A. Nobody never mentions Moses A. Moses A was one of the original DJs at Vidal's. He used to be the DJ with Frankie Perez. They were party boys back.
Frankie
in the day.
Perez is still doing his thing
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
So when they broke up,
I want to give a shout out to Moses A right now, man. With much
Yeah.
respect from the Chino Brothers to Moses A.
Big Moses A.
Enough of this disrespect to you, Moses A.
Yeah.
God bless you, sir, from the
I
Chino Brothers.
mentioned him
Thank you,
by-
Noe.
Thank you
But
for
he,
teaching Noe G everything about DJing.
That's right.
Oh no.
So I was so me and him would go there. He started calling himself the Mix with Moses A. So me and him would go to Vidal's, and we would, he had this big coffin with the the little 3-prong kind of stick it in there, you turn it. So that was the power for the big box that ran everything,
Oh wow.
So we were set up in the DJ booth at Vidal's and everything. And, okay, we would go there the weekends, DJ. Me, it was either me, the ones that I remember at Vidal's, me, Moses A, Sam Can Jam, Coffee Dog, Frankie Perez, Moosey, which is Chris Boogie, shout out to him, Andy Calvillo, Jerome, DJ Jerome, rest in peace. Jerome.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
all on the roster in the same time frame?
Not the same time.
Oh my gosh. I was like, what? Were you guys taking 15
we've
minutes?
all
sets or
DJ'd there. Those are the ones
Okay, I got you.
Okay. The regulars.
Yeah, I thought he was saying like this was their lineup.
One
I'm
night.
Like, how many
Yeah,
hours
cool.
are you getting in?
Sidney Perry, I remember Sid.
Let's see.
And, actually, those are the only active ones that I know that were there for sure.
Right on.
Now,
Yeah.
now let's remember this. Nick was probably like about, I don't know, I want to say maybe 13, 12 years old when we were DJing
Wow.
there. And Eric was a little
Nick
older.
V. Baker Boys.
So the way they started DJing was one day Joe Sanchez too. Shout out to Joe Sanchez. I forgot about Joe, man. Joe used to DJ there too because me and him would go in the van, set all the equipment up and everything. So shout out toE. He's a bartender at Eagles now.
Shout out to you, Joe Sanchez,
Yeah.
and Joe Cervantes from Power 106 back in the day.
So,
But anyways,
then,
go on.
So, one day, me and Moses, we get ready. We're going to the club. We pull up. We go inside like normal, we got the records and crates and shit, we're going in. And he goes in first to the DJ booth, and I'm behind him, and he comes out, fuck! Oh, sorry. He comes
No
out,
way. Language, man.
he comes out, and he says, F, you know what I mean? He goes, these MFs, and I said, what happened? He goes, look it. So Nick and Eric were getting the yellow, the orange cord, the extension
The
cord.
main extension cord, yeah.
They would rig it up somehow to turn on the power, and they were practicing when we weren't there. They were messing with turntables.
That's funny.
Couple months later, Frank Sr., Pops, got him some turntables. You know what I mean? Next you know,
Good.
they're DJing Vidal's. That was in 84 when they started DJing Vidal's. 1984.
Wow, that's crazy. And obviously they
And we would still
blew
go,
up.
we would still go in there and support. They would do New Year's Eve parties. Younger half band would play there a lot. They were regulars there. We had like DJ battles, but just between, like the DJs that I just mentioned, it was just like us that would battle.
Wow, that would be a.
And it wasn't even like
fun
a
event.
scratch battle. Right? It was just maybe like whose system is the best, whose is the loudest and stuff like that.
That's
Me
still
and Chris Boogie, Chris, I call him Moosey. Me and him, as this day, we still argue about who won. I'm the one who won. He goes, "No, I won. So,
Hey, did you always go by Noe G?
No, back then I don't know who gave me the name Fantasia. So I was Fantasia, F-A-N.
Oh, that's kind of gay, bro. You can't do that. You can't do that.
Dude, but you gotta understand. Back then it was like disco era.
Yeah.
Had all these.
Yeah. Things that are gay now weren't gay back then. Like
Caparicis and silk
stuff,
shirts.
These
Yeah.
are all
Oh yeah.
disco days, LA style, all that.
No, yeah, that was like use all the breaks, like that type of like think about was it Mellow
Fantasia's great.
Grandmaster Melly Mel? Look at that crew and how they dressed. It's like I wouldn't wear an armband with like a vest, like
Hey, some of these DJs here in town, they dressed a little
same way.
Yeah, even the Wrecking Crew, right? Dr. Dre Wrecking Crew with the sequins and the
that
eyeliner.
was
like eyeliner and
That was a thing, man.
Madonna, you know what I mean?
Oh,
But anyways,
Fantasia, what a crazy DJ name.
yeah, I know.
It doesn't spark fear in anybody's soul. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You want to battle?
Hey, I
Fantasia.
was busy as hell though, you know what I mean, back then. And so a couple years later, after Vidal's was done, so this is another thing.
Noe, I've already asked you this 5 times. What music were you playing back then?
I told
man?
you, new wave.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
New wave.
Sorry.
well, later on in the 80s, I started playing like the hip hop, you know.
Well, because you're battling, so I'm like, you're
80s.
battling with Expose and like Lisa
Yeah,
and
no,
Coach and stuff.
that's all we played too.
Okay.
Oh, you got to rock the doubles and it's time.
I'm not a scratcher. I'm more of a mixer. I don't, you know,
More finesse. Well, Fantasia.
Yeah,
it's more smooth.
You know?
Right.
But years later, Vidal's, you know, they moved from the Bakersfield Inn. Mr. Frank Sr., he ended up building another club, an 18 and over club on Easton Drive. That was the second Vidal's.
Okay, so the Baker boys' dad owned Vidal's. Is that what I'm understanding?
He owned the one on Union, and they started him and Frank Jr. Rest in peace, my brother.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
Him and Dad remodeled this building. It was behind where the movie theaters at on Easton Drive, you know, right there on California.
I know where it's at. Yeah.
Kind of in the back. It was a big, nice building. They fixed it up. It was 2 stories.
No, because you were telling us that the Baker boys were messing with your equipment. I'm like, how'd they get in the club in the first place to mess with your equipment?
Well,
now I understand. Their dad was. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Their dad was dad was the owner. All right, so you end up in La Pinta, bro. You're gonna tell us this story. How does this happen?
Well, hold up.
All right, here we go. All right, go for it.
You still got Vidal's on Easton Drive, you know.
All right, go for it.
We DJ there for a little bit. That's where all the other DJs would come, and you know they all get their. I wasn't there a lot, you know what I mean, because it wasn't open that long. Because Vidal's on Easton Drive, this lady named Emma, which was Emma's restaurant, they ended up opening up that club, and she ended up calling it Emma's Nightclub, and it was cracking. When she opened it, you know what I mean.
Now, how old are you? How old are you when you're DJing these clubs?
I was probably like maybe. I was like 16, 17, 18.
Wow,
you know,
that's phenomenal.
19, and then in 89. That's, you know, I was slinging. I was doing what I shouldn't have been doing, but started slinging for a little bit. And DJing on the side, you know.
This is where jail comes in. Now I'm
saying,
you know, one day,
that's where the G comes from, right there.
One day I ended up getting popped, you know, whatever. Ended up getting 2 years state prison.
Oh my God! You had rock, huh? No, you're not selling weed, huh?
No, I was selling coke.
Oh, okay.
I was just
selling,
you know,
I knew it was real stuff. It wasn't no weed stuff for 2 years in the hard time, bro. And the clean.
Two keys got me 2 years.
That's oh my good 2 keys.
Yeah,
that's cartel movement,
Patreon
man. What
right
are you
here,
doing?
Man.
So, anyways, not too much of that, but so I'm in the joint. You know, and then I'm thinking, man, I'm not gonna be able to DJ. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, I've been DJing." Well, at least I can say I DJed every year for 42 years since I started DJing. Because even when I was in the joint, trip out on this, I managed to do a fundraiser in the joint. Never been done before in the history of anybody being locked up. I don't think. The first year, I did a fundraiser. I had everybody in the yard, all the prisoners, able to order. I got it approved from the warden and the PA, which is the program administrator. I had to write him a letter, a proposal, and all that. So I did all that and see if I can bring a DJ into the prison yard, have a pizza sale, outside pizza, come in, and then the money, half of the proceeds that the inmates would pay would go to the children, the homeless children in Corcoran.
Oh man, that was a smart idea, Noe.
Cool.
So
the Johnny Cash of hip hop, right here.
Right.
So I did that,
right? Man.
So the first year, my cousin Tony G, and he was mentioned before from somebody else. I think it was Richard that mentioned him. Tony G was my cousin, and he started DJing also, like during that time in the late 80s with me. And so I told him, hey Tony, get you and Joe, you know, you guys come over here. They got approved to come into the yard and everything. They set up the whole system. I jump on. We mix from from 1 to 5 p.m. when it was time to do count. I was just rocking the chair. Everybody was having fun. You know, everybody was eating pizza. The whole yard loved me.
That's DJ. Crazy, that's the
dude.
DJ longest yard, Adelaide. That's not. Because Johnny Cash didn't go to jail. He just went to jail and sang. You know what I mean? He ain't no jailbird. Yeah.
So,
Noe G was in.
After that, you know, I said, all right, cool. You know, it was over, right? They left. You know, I said, all right, hey, you know, high five. I got to go back, count time, whatever. So everybody was cool. Everybody was happy. Yard was cool, you know, everything. All right, here we come the next year. My last year, going to be there. I do it again. This time I do cheeseburgers, you know, outside. I mean, we don't get cheeseburgers. You know, I mean, nobody gets
Yeah, prison food's not. It's not known for the food. Yeah.
I'm not planning on finding out. No, I'm not trying to be mean or nothing, but I ain't ever wanting to know what they're eating over there.
Yeah, it's nasty. So we did the I did another one. You know, it was approved again. This time, my cousin Tony G wasn't approved. He was denied. I don't know why, but Joe was approved, and Joe Sanchez works at Eagles. He's a bartender, so he can verify all this. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people say but I also have pictures. I have a picture. Well, we'll get to that.
I mean, no, I'll say this. If you're making this story up, this is the wildest story I've ever heard anybody make up. Like, this would be the weirdest thing that you would make. Like, it'd be so weird to be like, because this is the weirdest story I've heard, bro. And I've been doing this podcast for a year and a half with a lot of weird people. So, like, this is pretty good, bro.
Listen,
this is crazy.
So then Joe comes by himself, right? Sets everything up. We have cheeseburgers all over the yard and shit. I'm rocking the yard again. You know, he's bringing all the vinyl and everything. He takes off after we're done. He takes off. I'm in my bunk at 11:30 at night, you know, watching whatever. I hear Garcia, 129 low. Damn, that's sad that I still remember my bed number. They go, Lieutenant wants to see you. I'm all right. I look out the window. I said, I ain't trying to walk down that yard all by myself at 11:30 at night. The Lieutenant wants to see you. I said, all right. So I take off. Lieutenant happens to be my son's my son's grandfather on his mom's, it's my son's great grandfather. That's who the lieutenant is. So, and then he notices me and he's like, no, I said, yeah. He goes, oh, I didn't know this. So, because I never seen him there at the yard, but I knew he worked there. I just never ran into him until that night. So he tells me, he goes, hey, I got your buddy here still. And I said, what? I go, Joe? He's like, yeah. I go, the DJ? He goes, yeah, I still got him here. I go, dude, since 5 o'clock to 11:30, you still have me? He goes, yeah. He goes, well, what happened is, just tell me this. He goes, I'm not going to have no drunk MFs in the yard, am I? I go, why would you have anybody drunk in the yard? He goes, because we just found a little bottle of tequila in your boy's van. And he showed me the bottle, and it's those bottles that says it's a boy. You know, it's a boy.
Yeah, somebody's having a kid, and it's the gender reveal thing.
You're literally holding them for this. He's like, well, I need to make sure this. I go, dude, if anybody in the yard is going to be drunk in the yard, you better check them for Pruno first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I go, man, let the man go. And so he let him go.
Was he sweating?
I don't know.
I'd be sweating.
I would be.
Man.
I talked to him, and he was just like, he goes, yeah. He goes, it was just for that. He goes, and it didn't even really have anything in it. He goes, it was just. I said, it's all good, Joe. Thanks for coming out. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
You don't have to come anymore because this is my last.
Both of your homies, man. You got to bless both those cats. Give them a shout out one more time. Who was the first DJ?
Tony G and Joe Sanchez.
Yeah, Tony G and Joe Sanchez, man. God bless you two for going down and seeing Noe G when he was in the clink. Because I know how it goes, Noe. Not from personal experience on the other side of the glass, but like I go see my homeboys, but you know, you only go like maybe once every 2 months, maybe. Oh, yeah. And when you see them, they're so excited to see you, and you realize, oh, no one has come to see you. Like you've been just lonely here.
That was my first time, and believe me, that was my last.
Yep, good for you.
Got my. I mean, you know, I was.
Never, it worked.
I was never into all that like that. I was just, you know, I was young and dumb, but it worked. Yeah, I never went back. You know, so I come out, start DJing again. You know.
Wait, hold on. What's prison like, bro? Because I went to juvenile hall when I was a kid for a real short time, but prison, like I heard so many stories. How do you not? Like you have to click up, like what?
With a bunch of dudes.
But what did you have to join a gang? Like how did you do this?
I didn't. It wasn't like that. I was in a lower level yard. You know, I was only doing 2 years, so it was like a level 1 yard. It was like dorm living and all that. Our dorm actually got first place on Christmas decorating because I made a bunch of decorations out of Christmas stuff. You know, the bugler cans. I have pictures out of the bugler cans. I made like a train, like a choo-choo train. You know, so
oh my gosh,
the bottom of this fake tree, and I did like a fake. Like a chimney in the back, and our dorm got first place. We won because of my artistic. I like to draw
crazy.
So
I wish they would have just let you have turntables the whole time. That would have been super dope. If they're like, "Look, man,
that would be nice."
I know, but you did sell drugs, bro. You're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
So you should have done that part.
I came out, and I've worked ever since, man.
I don't blame you, bro.
I'm not with good jobs, you know.
I'm not cut out for that life. I'm not a gangbanger. I'm none of that stuff, bro. You know, I'm not a tough guy.
Well, I
Like,
wasn't a gangbanger, but I ran around with a lot of people that.
no, I know cats that were gangbang affiliated when I was growing up, but I wasn't about to do dumb stuff. I was always afraid of jail, bro. I will not lie to you. Two things I was afraid of when I was a kid. One was jail. Two was crack. So like I never did anything crazy. You know what I mean? Like I didn't do any crazy drugs. So I was like, nah, man, I don't want to become a crack guy.
I gotta admit, I've tried every drug except heroin and mushrooms, and I didn't like not one drug except just maybe weed.
Yeah. And the occasional
I can
beer.
agree to that.
Helps me with my anxiety, you know.
I can agree to that. All right, so you get out of the joint, man. That is nuts. The Christmas decoration story. What, like, did you make any of those weird? I see on YouTube these guys. They make like the prison food where they'll get like, you know, because
top ramen.
I was the one that had like store and all that. I didn't, you know, people would just come, hey, no, yeah, here, take it. You know what I mean? Just call me when it's ready, whatever. You know, I wouldn't mess with none of that. They would take care of all that. And I would just go there, join them, you know. Or they
so you weren't the chef.
I was more like the store. Oh, you got any cigarettes? I didn't smoke, but yeah, I got here $20. Pack of cigarettes, you know.
Oh, you
making money.
You were flipping cigarettes.
In my packages.
Oh,
that's crazy.
Give me two cartons of Camels. You know what I mean? Camel non-filters.
Who was sending you packages? Your
My
baby
wife.
mama?
At the time, it was my wife.
Oh, that was nice of her. God bless her.
Nice.
That's got to be rough, man. Being a married woman and your man is in the joint. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
All right. When I got out, we broke up. I ended up getting custody of my son. He was 9 months old because he was just a baby when I went in. When I got out, no, he was a year old. When I got out, he was a year old. He was a year old when I got out.
Oh wow!
Oh, so she was pregnant while you were in the joint.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Wow, that's crazy.
So he got out. You know, of course, you know she, you know, heard some stories. So I ended up we went to court. My life story, family law court. So I get out, get full custody of him. You know, he was 9 months, like a year. Just gonna be 2 years. 2 years. Just got custody of him, and you know he's a baby. You know, and I'm DJing, and I got my own house now. You know, I'm working at a good job. I was working for some attorneys back then. And so when I got out, I got dropped some attorneys, you know. So I got my own house, little duplex, 1 bedroom, just me and my son. Go to work, drop him off at mom's, go DJ, come back, pick him up, go back home. You know, so it was like that for a minute.
Shout out to you, single dad. Look at that.
Single dads of babies. That's a real tough one.
It was rough, but thank God I had my mom, you know, to help me. That was kind of like her son because his mom, you know, not to put her down or anything, but she out of the whole, he's 30 now. So out of the whole, from 1 to 30, she must have seen him like maybe a total of 6 times. You know what I mean?
My goodness.
Wow.
So it's all good now, you know, whatever. But yeah. So
man, your son's our age. How is that? I'm just kidding.
He's a pain in the ass. I'm telling you that right now.
Is he a DJ too or anything or into it?
He's a good kid though. He likes to work. He works and you know.
Okay.
So are you?
He's a really good tattoo artist too.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
What are you doing for DJ work now? Are you clubbing? Are you house partying? Like how are you paying the bills?
Independent, man. I just do weddings, parties.
Oh, okay.
Fundraisers. I do a lot of. I donate. Sometimes, you know, a lot of DJs say, "Oh, well, you're gonna donate again." Yeah, you know, because it's good to donate for good causes. You know, if Ronald McDonald House is gonna ask me to come and do, you know, something for them, you know, I'm gonna do it for free. I'm not gonna ask them for anything because it's that's what, you know, it's
it makes you feel good too.
Yeah,
it makes you feel so good.
Nice.
But not currently what you're doing.
God blesses me when I'm at those gigs with other gigs. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, that's even better, man. When the Lord bless you like that, gives you a couple of shekels as well. But I'm not asking what you're doing currently. I'm saying when the baby. What's your son's name?
I was DJing. Yeah, I was DJing.
What's your son's name?
Jonathan.
Okay, so when Jonathan was a little baby, I mean, we're talking about a 1.5-year-old baby. What gigs are you doing at that point?
I'm doing house parties. We did a party. I want to say early '90s, maybe. Well, we used to do a house party. We were me, Musi, and Sid Hernandez. We were one of the first ones to do a house party in town where we had 3 rooms. I don't care what anybody said. We were the first ones to do that.
Huh.
We did 3 rooms, and it's across the street from my house. My brother used to live there. So my brother had a garage where he used to do body work, and then on the side he used to have a studio because my brother has a band. It's a Tejano band, and he just got inducted into the Tejano Hall of Fame about 3 months ago. So we're all musically inclined. Like
What's the band? What's the band name you went in
called
with?
Manuel Garcia y los Corteños. And
okay.
my little nephew Chato, Manny G, he's in a band, Vanity Avenue. He's the lead singer for Vanity Avenue.
That's crazy.
A local band here. So shit, I always forgot what was that. Okay, so so we were one of the first ones to do a party because in his house he had like a big dining room and then he had like a patio. So the dining room area and the patio was all hip hop. The studio back room was old school, and the garage was house.
Oh wow!
So I had DJs and all that. We had, and we were called Funk Massive back then.
Wait,
Funk
now
Massive.
how now? What'd you do when the cops showed up, or were you guys out in the desert or something?
Cops didn't show up.
That's the
Really?
east side.
Yeah, that's the east side. They didn't show
East
up.
side.
Oh, they don't
cops.
mess around on the east side like that. Huh? Oh, nice.
They're
You
like,
need
it's
to
just
teach
a
that
party.
to Nocturnal.
Yeah.
You need to teach these lessons to Nocturnal, man. This dude's doing.
Nocturnal's doing good. He knows what's up.
You go to the rich
Nocturnal-
neighborhoods.
Nocturnal was telling us about how he would go DJ at those when in 2007 when people would get their houses repossessed.
Oh yeah.
Knock would go up in those neighborhoods and he would DJ parties in those houses.
Empty
and then he was telling
houses.
us, yeah, and then he tells us like, and the cops showed up, and I think they were racial profiling me. I'm like, Nocturnal.
No, they're showing because it's not your house. You know?
Like, what do you think, man? Like, you really think the cops were trying to be polite about it? Like, and these aren't bad neighborhoods. He should have gone to the east side with you and been like, all right, man, ain't no cops showing up here.
So we charged $3, man. You know, and they'd be in line. People were just loving it. You know, we'd have like 4 or 5 kegs of beer, and they would go to like 3 a.m. You know. Just
How
like
many house parties a week are you doing?
It was just like not a lot, just like every once in a while.
Okay,
You
okay.
know, we mainly just DJing though, but the parties on Cottonwood Road, those parties lasted till like we'd walk out of there. It was like 7 a.m, like sunny, you know, and literally it was up on the ranch. That house right now, the owners of Murphy's, they live there.
Really?
Ted and David, they live in that house that we're.
Huh.
I was like, damn,
That's crazy.
this house looks familiar. Oh, this is the house. But they remodeled it. It didn't look like that back then. Now it looks nice.
Looks all nice.
It didn't look like that.
Was that the same? That's David Aldo's. David.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's crazy. Oh my gosh, dude, that's
All right,
so
so
cool.
you're not missing a lot of your son's life though, because you're only doing like 1 or 2 parties a month, maybe. Is that what we're
I
doing?
was booked every weekend.
Oh,
Every
okay.
weekend. But we were doing
Once you
parties
got cracking.
at the Labor Hall. We were doing Nights of Pythias. Yeah, you know.
Okay.
I would be doing like there was clubs like Rubens. I was doing Todd's. You know, Al Pulaski's. Shit, I don't even remember.
I know some of these, but
I can't remember
only from name.
most of them. You know what I mean? Emma.
The baby would sleep at
Oliva.
mom's house. Noe, when you were like, so you'd go pick him up in the morning.
Yeah, either in the morning. It depends. If I was drunk, I'd pick him up in the morning. If I was, okay, I'd pick him up that night.
Okay, and then you had to go to the law office the next day.
The next day, I go to work. Yeah, back to grandma's, and then go to work, come back, pick him up, get ready, go back to grandma's, go DJ, and then come back home and stuff like that.
Man, that's
Busy.
a grind, huh, Adley?
Woo, that's busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
And you're
yeah.
like 18 at this point.
By then I was already probably like 20. I had turned 21 because I had a birthday in the joint. I turned 21 in the joint.
Oh man, what a horrible 21st
And,
birthday.
we party though. We party in the joint. We were the only ones up
Really?
at 3 a.m.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't want to ask.
Drinking
But
that homebrew, dude. What do they
What
call
are you
it?
talking about? The
Well, like, what do you-
Pruno?
I go, oh,
Pruno, that's what they call it, right? Pruno.
I never
You
drank.
got to make it in a trash
Oh, you
bag.
never drank it?
It's no good,
I can't imagine it's any good. It sounds like
Yeah,
urine.
it's got to be
It
brutal.
sounds horrible. Yeah.
Right, it even smelled awful. So
So you know how to make it though, right, Noe?
no, hell, no.
You don't know how to make it? It's like old fruit, and you put it in the bag and let it.
Yeah, I mean,
keep
I
rotting,
know what-
basically.
what the ingredients are, but I don't know how to do that.
So that is.
That's what Adley always
That's
serves
crazy.
me when I go visit him. I'm like, what is
Pruno.
this garbage? He's like, hey, this is what Asians supposed to drink. So I have to drink it because Adley's so cheap, he won't buy Bud Light anymore. I'm just kidding.
So back then, I started buying more records, albums. Baker Boys had a record store. Well, I was buying them from them first out of their house because they were getting the promos, and so they would send me a little stack. I would go there and look at, all right, cool, boom, kick them down some cash. Then they ended up opening up their own record store.
I did not know they had a record store.
Yeah, they had a record store on Chester Avenue.
You hear that FCC about that payola? But anyway,
Yeah, his mom ran it, and Frank, his brother, And then after that, they had to close down. Something happened, they had to close down. And this guy named Junior Prado, or Junior, I forgot his last name, he ended up buying it. And he had opened up for like a record store also. And he was in business for a while, and then it just went away,
What was the name of the record store when the Baker Boys owned it?
It was Ghetto Baby Records.
Ghetto Baby Records.
That's a clever name.
Okay.
It was either that or Cali Kings. No, it was Cali Kings. I get confused because Ghetto Baby Records, and then it was something they were doing. I forgot. I can't remember. But then Cali Kings, it was Frank V that called it Cali Kings. He came up with that name. So
I like Ghetto Baby Records better. What the heck was Ghetto Baby Records? Because that came up.
They still do Ghetto Baby Records. I mean, they're still affiliated with that somehow. I'm not sure how, but yeah, I mean, so then, it progressed from there. We get buying records, going to LA, and then moving forward, the Baker Boys started doing. They were on Cafe Radio in 1988, and see what people haven't said is Kevin Rush. You know Kevin Rush, right?
That's it sounds familiar.
Right. Kevin Rush. He did radio for a lot of people. Kevin Rush. He's he back then he was like radio sales, or I don't remember what he did, but he's the one that got Baker Boys on Cafe Radio to do their own.
Cafe was it Bakersfield station?
Yeah, it's
okay.
Station, yeah.
Like a top 40 station?
You know what? I don't remember what it was.
Like pop or whatever.
But no, didn't they have a radio station in their garage before they worked at a radio station?
No, I don't think so. No.
Or what was? No, you know what it was?
Somebody told us that.
It was on Chester Avenue.
You're getting the right information right here, homie.
Okay.
Yeah, but they had a station.
Told us different was incorrect. I'm trying to remember.
It was a station. Cafe Radio. Okay,
but it was on Chester Avenue downtown.
It was I want to say, I think it was on Truxton.
Or Truxton downtown.
Yeah, Truxton, kind of like by the bridge, kind of like right there. And it
was super popular, right? People would cruise and bump it, right? Maybe it wasn't a pirate station. Maybe it was a legit station.
No, man, you don't remember. I can't remember who we interviewed, but we interviewed somebody, and they were like, "Oh yeah," and then they had this pirate radio station in their garage. And I'm like,
"Well, they had a pirate radio station." No, because then when they in '93, that's when they first in 1993. That's when they started. I remember because that night, Steve Wall. I'm not sure. Steve Wall's the one that hooked them up somehow for Friday Night Flavors. So
and that's Power 106.
Yeah, Power 106. So
yeah,
I'm not sure if it was Steve Wall that told me or texted me, say, "Hey, Baker Boys are going to be on tonight." And I was like, "Damn, how am I going to listen to them?" Like, you know what I mean? Like, how am I going to listen? I'm going to have to drive over there. Or, I don't know what happened, how I got to listen to them, but I ended up listening to their show, and they killed it. It pumped me up. It motivated me to. All right, where are my turntables at? You know what I mean? I wanted to start doing something. But yeah, that's and you got to understand, Baker Boys weren't always named Baker Boys. They because they were in '91, they were doing KKXX already.
Okay, that was a big pop station here.
Yeah. So before they became the Baker Boys, they were ENV, Eric Nick Vidal. That's what they were called.
Oh.
So before the Baker Boys, they were ENV, which stand for Eric Nick Vidal.
That sounds dope too, though. ENV.
That does actually sound pretty cool. Yeah, and the Baker Boys was from Bakersfield, right? So they're helping put Bakersfield on the map, as they say. And
we were all doing gigs. Frankie Perez, Party Boys. I mean, I even Frankie's mirror, his logo. I created that logo for him. It's like it's a big mirror. He posts it up on Facebook sometimes. Shout out to Frankie. But Frankie's OG too. He's been around. In the Vidal's days and everything. Those are the only ones that I remember actively at Vidal's. And Coffee Dog, he was mainly like an MC. He wasn't really a DJ. He was mainly a talker, MC and all that. Because before he passed away, he took another road, and kind of, so to help him out, I said, "Hey, Coffee Dog," I said, "Why don't you come and help me? I'm gonna do a gig. Come and MC for me while I do the gig." All right, so I put him to work for a little bit, gigs that I was doing. Come with me, I'll do some cash, and, because he was he wasn't, in the right.
He's wild, kind of,
yeah. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Coffee Dog.
Yeah,
Coffee Dog. He was the MC at late.
Coffee Dog.
But Noe, so when did you get on radio?
So, I started. I would do some clubs, but not a lot. You know what I mean? I was always I didn't really like to do clubs. And clubs don't pay nothing. Right.
That's true.
Okay, what you said. Right? We don't even have clubs. I mean, restaurants don't pay nothing. know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I would just do like private parties and weddings, fundraisers, stuff.
They
like
pay
that.
way better. I promise you that.
And
Yes.
my reputation back then was that I'm expensive. And that's why I think it followed me all up until today, because I still charge a grip, but I'm still
Yeah.
active and I'm still working and I'm still getting booked, you know?
Good.
I mean, if
So-
you're getting paid a grip, you could charge a grip. But how did you get into radio?
Radio, that came in, I would say, trying to see my notes, 98. Well, in 98, I don't remember what month it was, but I was DJing a concert for, remember Silky Fine?
Romeo and Juliet.
Silky Fine, I forgot
Yep.
what she sang, you know.
Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
Hot
I was
sex on a
DJing
matter
for
just to get
her.
you wet.
Her, Zap,
Oh, I remember that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
her,
Silky
her-
Fine,
I
yeah.
was DJing for her, Zap, Roger, and I can't remember who else. It was a concert at Cal State. And that's when I met my daughter's mom. A week before that concert, I met my daughter's mom. She's a white girl. And I took her with me to that concert. And then when we were at the concert, Mark Feather was the program director for.
That
back then
definitely
we were-
sounds
we were-
familiar.
We were Kiss back then, Kiss 94.
Hold on,
Okay.
real
So we were
quick.
hot.
Noe just told us his wife was white, like he was confessing to a crime. He's like, she's a white girl. It's like, come on, man, I'm married to a white woman. It's okay.
There goes your East Side rep, man.
No, we're good.
My daughter's half white, half Mexican. My son's just full-blooded Mexican.
Okay.
So
I
I'm
bet they're
DJing,
both beautiful, baby. Don't even worry about it.
yeah,
I
the
bet you're
mixed
both
race like
beautiful.
that. Yeah.
and so I'm DJing, and then so Mark comes up to me, Mark Feather, and he's all, "Hey, can you put this shirt on?" And it's all Kiss. I go, "No." He goes, "Why not?" I go, "Because I don't work for you. I'm not going to promote your station while I'm DJing. I ain't getting paid."
Man,
Nice.
Noe's towing the line, dude. He's like, no.
Nice.
So,
yeah.
so he's all, he goes, "Oh, well," he goes, "Well, we could probably talk like after or something." And I was like, I said, all right. I gave in. I said, all right, I'll wear it. Because my girl after that, she's like, put it on. She's all excited because it's radio or whatever. I said, I don't care about all that. I'm Noe G before the radio, and they, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she just put it on. So all right. So I put it on, everything. I'm DJing, whatever. So after the show, Mark comes up to me and I'm all going like this and taking off his shirt. He goes, no. He goes, keep it. He goes, what are you doing right now, you and your girl? I said, "Man, well, nothing. I don't know. Where's the after party?" He goes, "Well, go with us in the limo. We're gonna go down to Sharky's, which is that restaurant club, whatever, on 18th Street. It used to be Sharky's, and back
There's
then
like Sharkies
it
everywhere.
was kind of like a little hangout, It's kind of like a club night. Everybody was going there after the concert, whatever. So I end up going over there, and I go, "Hey," so in the limo, I'm like, "Oh, let me give you a shirt." He goes, "No, keep it." He goes, "We wanted to talk to you about, would you be interested in doing a house show for us, for our station?"
Wow.
And I mean, don't get me wrong. I like hip hop, old school, all that stuff. Rares. I like all music, but house to me, that's like I like house. That's what I rather.
Wow.
listen to. If I'm at
Okay.
home, or,
That's interesting.
I like, it's kind of like,
Wow.
it's
DJ
relaxes
Cheeto
me.
likes house too.
That's right, Cheeto.
yeah. Well, me and Chito, we always go back and forth with house music. We hook each other up, whatever.
Dude,
but,
Cheeto listens to 1,000 songs a week, Noe.
oh yeah,
Remember that? Yeah.
hey, I love Chito, man. He's a great
He's
guy.
a
No,
homie,
Cheeto's
dude.
dope. Cheeto's dope. He's a lot of
That's
fun.
one solid dude right there.
Yeah, he's a lot of
Yeah.
fun. I'm not kidding you, but
Yeah.
bro, I don't have I can't listen
He
to
knows his
1,000
music.
songs a week.
He knows his music.
Yeah, he loves music. I mean, who doesn't love music that's a DJ? But I guess some guys that are busters, they don't love music. You shouldn't be in this game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But let's
yeah.
get back to your game. So,
So
what
anyway,
station, what
so,
station
so
was this? What station
It
was
was
this?
Kiss 94 point, which is hot now, but it was
Okay.
back then. It was called Kiss 94.1. So he goes, "Yeah, we need for you to mix on Fridays 4 hours and Saturdays 4 hours." I was like, "God, that's a lot of mixing."
That's
man."
yeah.
On vinyl, back then it was Hard House. There was some other house, but Hard House was the one that was hitting a lot because I would even DJ here at how there was this guy named Victor. He used to do all the Hard House events here in town. He would be down like DJ Irene, DJ Bam Bam, Alex Peace, all these Hard House people, Badwood Bill. But back then,
Oh, wow.
everybody was playing Hard House,
Yeah.
So I would do those gigs also. They would throw me on the lineup with them. And me and Bam Bam, we became friends. Badwood Bill, Irene, we all became friends. So when I was doing my show, what I started doing is I said, you know what? I reached out to Bill, hey, send me a mix. You know, be my guest on the show. So all these DJs started sending me mixes. You know, I would get them, and you know, tonight's guest mix, DJ Irene. You know, do an hour, half hour. Then I realized, man, this is too many hours. 8 hours for me to mix all by myself. So I brought in back then DJ Damage, and this other friend of mine, Alex and Damage. They were like 16 back then. So I had them doing 2 or 3 hours each, you know, and then I just incorporated the big show, and that's how I did it. That show
4 hours each day? Is that
4 hours on Friday night, 4 hours on Saturday night. Yeah.
And Damage is like a hip hop. I never knew he did house.
Back then he did hip hop, but back then he did a lot of hard house too. He rocked the house too. He was a good mixer as far as.
I mean, Kiss FM needs to find themselves 8 DJs, and you all get 1 hour. That's it. Like, why are you wasting my time making me do 8 hours?
That's a lot, man.
That's a lot of work.
Hey, but
were you getting paid?
Oh yeah, and back then we were getting paid by however long it took you to do the mixes. So I was turning 80 hours, 100 hours. You know, whatever.
Oh my gosh.
We were getting paid for all that. Mark, he was literally, until I don't know what happened, but they cut us all off on the hours. They said, no, you're just going to get paid now for, you know, the 4 hours or whatever, you know, you're mixing.
Oh, I liked your other.
I don't know who jacked that up for us, but you know what I mean? He would have had a visit if I would have known who it was.
And then vinyl too, right? No, they break you off all the vinyl so that way.
So all you know, then you know all the vinyl started coming in for free.
Yeah.
You know, my mom was like, you got about 100 boxes here from UPS. I'm tired of it. Everybody's thinking I'm buying stuff. You know, I'll be fine, Mom, to pick them up. They're right here. She would take them out of the box for me and put them all in the crate for me. I just come pick them up.
Man, your mom is nice, man. You got a good mom. Look at that.
Mom, where's the paper at? Well, I threw it away. Like, well, I don't know who can send me this. Like, you know, it's white label. I don't know who it is. Or, you know. So, you know, that was the start. It was a good 10-year run. I did it for 10 years.
Whoa, really? 10 years of 8 hours of mixing?
Yeah. 10 years.
Oh my gosh.
We did 10 years, and then
all hard house for 10 years?
No, because then I don't really like the hard house. I like more of the disco feel good kind of new disco house music. You know, house is what I like. Because there's different kind of house. A lot of people don't know that. They call house.
Yeah, Chito was trying to explain that to us. It ain't gonna don't worry. These are all wasting. You're wasting every one of these words.
Queenie dance music is not house.
No, you're wasting every one of these words. We're never gonna learn. We're never gonna learn.
I was gonna say, give me a name of an example of a song now.
Stop doing that. Every time you do that, stop doing that. Adelaide does this every time.
Give me an example of what it is.
And then he has no idea who you're talking about. And then he'll go on for like 20 minutes guessing song titles. I'm like, are you just making up words?
In this house.
Yeah. That's the only one he knows. That's the only song he knows. There's nothing wrong with that, bro. You never said you were a house guy.
I got some really cool house music. Like I buy a lot of house music. I mean, I play it for myself, or I do mixes and I send them into, you know, my.
Wait, so we're doing 10 years of house, Noe? The whole time it's always house that never goes to hip hop.
It was all house. I might have did like some of the mix shows, you know, like for a little bit, but not really, you know.
Was there a club scene in Bakersfield for house?
No, so. But it was mainly during that time. It was when Victor was doing all the house event, like the big house, like raves.
I was gonna say basically a rave. You rent out a warehouse.
Yeah, rent out. Okay. And we go in there, and you know, like I said, he would get DJ Irene or whoever, you know, Bad Boy Bill, Bam Bam, Alex Pease, George Santano. I mean,
Doc Martin.
Doc Martin. I'm the only one that brought Doc Martin down here. Nobody's brought him. I brought him here one summer. I'd say probably like, I don't know, maybe 3, 4, 5 years ago, maybe somewhere around there.
Oh, even fairly recently.
Yeah,
I know, but listen, if I'm on Molly and I have some glow sticks and you know I'm wearing big,
and you definitely want to hear some hard house.
Then yeah, the house music sounds phenomenal. But if I'm just listening to the radio station,
that I like that's more kind of like just, you know, it's just chill. You know, I mean, just really cool.
Chito tried the same thing with us, Noe. He kept trying to explain it to us, and we're like, dude, we're never gonna learn. We just aren't.
I'm not mad. You got the vocal house, then you got the house where it's just some cool music with little vocals here and there.
Adley, you don't find this odd that there was an 8-hour mix show of house that went for 10 years when there wasn't a house like
4 hours Friday, 4 hours Saturday.
But you remember though, Power 106 had Power Tools.
Power Tools, yeah.
Richard Humpty Vision.
Yeah.
And that
was that house though?
I did
Yeah.
a mix on Power on
This high energy kind of stuff, right?
I did a mix for Richard in for Power Tools.
And that
I
went
probably
on
never
for
listened to
10
Power
years.
Yeah,
I
It
probably
was
never
what,
listened to it.
2 a.m. to 6 a.m. or something. Power Tools.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
it was-
Hugo used to host that. Him and Richard.
That makes sense from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. But no, yours was in prime time, right? Like 8 to midnight?
No, it was it actually started at midnight.
Oh,
Oh,
midnight
midnight
to
to
4.
four.
in the morning, yeah. But you know, I check my numbers, rating, who's listening on it, and people were listening.
yeah.
I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
mad at you. I'm not saying that they
No,
you
no,
shouldn't
no.
have done it. I'm
it's
just saying.
kind of weird because you know, like, you know, but back then, I remember back then it was kind of people were still partying and doing their, you know, whatever. It's not like that no more, you know.
Yeah, well, I guess that's right. Because I guess you got out of the club and you went to somebody's crib, and it's like, look, man, I ain't DJing. All right, well, just turn on that radio station that has the house music because I got Molly. All right, you know, and boom, everybody.
We up all night.
I
Whatever
remember
you're up by
I remember
on
the
whatever.
first time because it was pre-recorded. I remember the first time it aired. My show aired. Me and my ex, which is my daughter's mom, we had left, and then, my show's it's premiering tonight. You know, so my friend Mikey D, he's another DJ. Shout out to Mikey D.
He's
Shout
still
out to
around
Mikey
too.
D.
He drinks, but he don't do drugs or anything. And that night, I don't know why, but we did not Molly, but what's that other one? Ecstasy.
Ecstasy,
Oh,
yeah,
my
the
first
old
thing,
school
innit?
Molly.
It was my first time taking that, me and her, and it was a kind of a cool feeling, but I didn't really like it. But so we turn on my house show, and my friend Mikey just drives us all the way down 99, like going towards LA, just so we could listen to my show. And we had it on loud. We were feeling good. I was like, man, it sounded really good. So it was kind of exciting, you know.
Yeah.
Wow.
My girl was
So
all
you have
happy.
to-
Oh, babe, oh, babe. Yeah.
So if I'm on Molly, I'll listen to that for 4 hours every night for 2 nights. But like, I've never heard of this before. I never heard of any radio station that in prime time played house music for 4 hours during the prime cuts. Because like most stations would play hip hop during those times. That's what we did. It was all mixers.
other stations played that,
hip hop, yeah.
But you know, that's
No slow jams and
that
yeah.
was our
Nothing.
format.
No slow jams.
So you know, I stayed there up until when we stopped doing it, and then after that, I ended up just being on air on the weekends. You know,
So
I like
so you're rocking
I
the
like
mic
that
too,
hard
yeah.
house thing. That's crazy.
It's
'cause,
different.
dude,
It's cool.
well, because then it makes you stand out more than any DJ. Because like if I'm playing hip hop all night, I might be enjoying it because I like hip hop, but like 10 other people are doing the same thing I'm doing, and you could do that yourself. But if I'm playing like some funky house that I've never heard of before, first of all, I'm hearing some new music, and second of all, it's like, oh snap, man, this dude's actually a good DJ. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't always play house. It's just, you know, when it's called for. Like if I'm home, I'll record my own little mix for myself, right? But it's mainly just old school hip hop, and I like to play a lot of stuff that people never heard. You know, like kind of like some rare stuff, or just bring back some old stuff that.
I love that. I love when people do that.
I never heard. I mean, I do that a lot of. I play a lot of that, like when I do the fundraisers, you know, for all these political people here in town. You know, a lot of.
Oh yeah, that's right. Now you're doing all this crazy stuff with these politicians. I forgot about that.
Professional stuff.
Yeah,
Man.
look
at
tell us
that.
about this, man. This is
Well, you know,
good.
they're clients. You know, like last year, first time I DJ'd for last Christmas for Daniel Rodriguez. Shout out to Daniel Rodriguez and Joel Andreessen. They keep me working. Joel especially. I mean, they book.
Are those politicians?
No, they're attorneys.
Attorneys,
Law Rodriguez, Daniel Rodriguez law firm.
Oh,
And
okay.
Joel is his law partner, so they both own Rodriguez. You know, but they keep me busy.
Oh man,
That's
I
a big
wish
one,
we
right?
weren't
That's
on
my-
the air because I'd want to hear some stories about those parties you can't tell.
And ever since I DJ'd for them, they've been keeping me busy. Like I did a party for Joe. I would say maybe like 4 times in a month. You know what I mean? And they pay good. They pay really good.
Oh, I bet so. I bet you see
and, you
some
know, of
interesting
course-
stuff, dude.
Of course, they have friends also that money, and they hey, you got a card? Yeah, okay. Next thing you know, I'm playing for their kids' birthday parties or whatever. Fundraisers, whatever they do. Because Daniel and they do a lot of fundraisers for a lot of politicians in town. some people that are running for office. Not a lot, but just some. So I'm
Noe, whose parties are more wild, politicians or lawyers?
That's a great question.
Oh,
That's
man.
a great question.
Woo! Either way, huh?
Oh man. Man. Gotta take the fifth on that
I
one.
mean, you don't
Oh my
have to
God,
like
see,
go
that's
into
good.
detail, Noe, because
I would say
We don't want to get anybody in
I
trouble.
would say
Yeah.
both.
bro. I don't even know if I'd want to be you, dude. I don't want to know where the bodies are buried. I don't want to know any of that stuff. And if everybody's getting lit, especially if I'm DJing, bro, and I gotta assume you do the same thing I do. Like if I'm DJing, everybody's sweaty before they leave this place.
This is the thing, man. Like when I do go out and DJ for like politician or lawyer or judge or DA, whatever, you know what I mean? They hire me because they know I'm gonna keep it, I'm not gonna, I'm there to do my job. I'm not.
You got a basket for cell phones.
Yeah.
Put your cell phones in the basket before you come through.
I don't like talking business or what they do. I'm
No,
friends.
I understand, but here's the thing, Noe. From what I've gathered from you so far, I know you're one of the real ones. So I know you know how to light something up. Now, if I'm lighting a party up and it's filled with criminals, they just start doing criminal stuff, bro. I'm not saying which of those two groups are the criminals, but I think everybody knows how I feel about one of those two groups.
Yeah.
But all that being said, like, I mean, you're lighting these parties up for these. And I mean, God bless them. I don't want to ever be at any of these parties. You have to see some crazy stuff. Because me and Adlai seen some crazy stuff just at a regular ass ghetto nightclub.
How about okay, I'll give you one. How about a swimming pool just full of naked women?
Oh my gosh. We won't ask you which side of the aisle that was on.
Wait, were they hired women?
No.
Okay.
And you think some of these politicians now listen to, calm music. Some Tupac. Oh, can you play Snoop? Oh, they want to hear this and that. It's all hip hop.
Oh man, I would
can
fire
tell
those
you
parties up. But the problem is I don't want to see what's going on, Adlai, because when this cat gets indicted, I don't want to get called on the stand. I don't want somebody in black gloves coming over to my crib like boom, boom, boom. Hey, Mike. Yeah, what's up, man? You saw what happened with Senator so-and-so. I did not. I'm the blind DJ. I hit myself in the flashlight that night.
And I'll tell you this too: you're not going to see me naked in any pool.
And I can't see.
Just saying.
So.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm telling you, man. Like, you know how like if you see like some gangster stuff go down, and you're like, man, those are the West Side Crips or whoever, the gang, right? And you saw it go down. It's like, bro, I don't know anything. I didn't see anything. I wasn't even standing here. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even speak English. Leave me alone, man.
I was queuing up the next record right here.
Now multiply that by 1,000.
Yeah.
That's how it would be if I was at a politician or a lawyer, because both of them could screw you. Like you can't do nothing about that.
But those are some good friends to have.
Yeah,
I don't like having friends like that.
There's some good. I mean, I'm really good friends with H.A. Sala. That guy right there, man. He's solid, good guy, honest. I mean, there's nothing bad about him.
He's a politician?
No, he's an
That's
attorney.
law.
Criminal
Oh,
attorney.
attorney. Okay.
Him and David Torres are really good friends of mine. I
Okay.
mean, me and David Torres be like 40 years that we've been friends already. And same with Sala, And I mean, I got a DUI not too long ago, and
What?
I say, yeah, like I've been driving since 15, 16 years old. Never had a DUI. I turned something. First DUI I get, and it was for looking at my phone. Bah! I crashed into a car. Right?
Bro.
Well, I was at the Padre, and I said, I'm gonna have a drink. I'm gonna have one glass of wine, and I always drink the Justin Kasashi, or I can't name it what kind of wine it is. It's my favorite wine. So I'm there by myself. I'm chilling, drinking it. After I'm done, these girls, friends of mine, they show up. They go, "Hey, no, you're here." I say, "Yeah." I go, "Well, let's get another bottle." I'm like, "All right, cool." So we just start drinking again. Then these farmers come. They go, "Yeah, just go ahead and sit down." Whatever. They ended up buying more bottles. Next thing you know, I'm thinking I can drive home.
Oh,
I'm right around the corner from my house, and I hit a parked car.
why were you looking at your phone? No,
I don't even remember why, man. But
you gotta have drunk. Like if you're gonna drive, nobody should drive drunk, folks. So don't listen to this.
yeah,
podcast.
no, nobody should. Well,
but
I haven't driven since.
If you're gonna drive
I'm gonna
drunk,
go and I know I'm gonna drink or have a couple drinks. Even if it's
Uber.
just wondering, I lift it. I don't
Uber, that's it. Yeah, you
Good.
catch that Uber. It ain't that big a deal. You're paying that
So,
$7 or whatever.
I hit this car and my car keeps going. I open the door to check, and then the what do you call it?
Airbag.
Oh no!
Oh,
I go, aren't you a little late? You know, like,
Oh no!
so I pop it with my knife. I get back in my car. I take off. I come home because I'm just right around the corner. I park it. I get in my bed. I'm all, like, oh shit,
like a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
You thought you got away with it.
I thought.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm looking. I mean, I'm like in bed, and now, oh shit. So I look out the window, like, oh my god. So I open the door, and it's a homie of mine. He's a highway patrol. It's a friend of mine, Robert. I'm like, Robert, oh, he goes, hey, no, he goes, what you do, man? I go, what do you mean? He goes, well, you got in a wreck, right? And I was like, I go, who gave me up? He goes, your tire and the oil that led all the way to your parking lot. I was like, serious? He's like, yeah. I said, I go, yeah. I go, I don't know what happened. He's like, all right. Well, I got to take you in. I said, all right. I go, well, can I change? He goes, go ahead, man. Hurry up. So I throw on sweats, hoodie. I already know where I'm going,
Yeah.
Get in there. Of course, my buddy Glenn, shout out to Glenn, Bill Bonds. He, I don't even know how he knows, but when I call him, he goes, yeah, I already know. I go, what? He goes, yeah, I already got the paperwork ready going for you there. You'll be out soon. I said, oh, thank God. He goes, yeah. I said, all right, cool. Hang up. I'm waiting. About an hour after that, Garcia take me out. He goes, yeah. He goes, oh, yeah, we're dressing you up. We're taking you upstairs. There's no bail for you. I was like, what? He goes, yeah, there's a no bail hold on you. I said, what the hell? For what? He goes, I don't know. So I said, well, all right, whatever, then let's go. You know what I mean? So Wagi goes, nah, I'm just kidding. He goes, Salah told me to do that to him. So, to my attorney buddy, he's playing. I don't know how he found out because it's like 3 a.m. already. You know what I mean? But they both knew already there. So I get out like at 5. I didn't even stay in there all day. I get out, didn't even go to court. He handled everything for me, everything. So that's why, man. I mean, I've been playing DJing for him for years. I used to DJ for his daughters when they were 5 years old. Now they're like 18, 19. They're in college. I still DJ for them. As a matter of fact, wow. I'm booked on the 27th to play for his youngest daughter. And
that's crazy.
It's just things like that. That
it's like Tupac, Adlai. Remember when Biggie, when Suge got him out of jail, he had to make all them records for him. That's why I know he's doing all these gigs, dude, because he got him out of jail.
Actually, I tell him, I said. He goes, oh, here, carnal. Like, here. I go, nah. I go, I don't want your money, man. You do a lot for me. Because he does do a lot for me. I mean, he even hooks up some of my homies that are, close friends. That I go, he's solid. Take care of him. He'll hook them up, But I always tell him, no, I don't want your money because you do a lot for me. Beth goes, nah, this is your job. Don't worry about it. I got it. Like, boom.
Wait, this lawyer's a cholo? What kind of lawyer is this, man? From his voice, he sounds like...
he ain't cholo at all. He's Chicano, though. He's like...
Oh, okay, I got you. Old school. I got you, yeah.
Old school, but
old
when it comes to lawyering, they call him the cucuy of the courthouse. Because
man, that ain't no good.
It's all over. You're going to either get off, you're not going to do any time, or he's good. He's not going to take...
He's defense then, huh?
He's not going to go to court unless he has all his ducks. He knows he's going to win or something.
All right, Adlai, you ever get in trouble, you got to call this cucuy guy.
Hey, I'll tell you this, though, just hearing that little bit about the guy the law enforcement knocking on your door and you having to go in, I'm thinking, that's enough for me to take Uber everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't even want to get to that point.
I don't
you know what I'm saying?
Like I said, I don't even drive anymore when I know I'm going to drink. If I know I'm going to drink, I just lift it to where I'm going to go drink. Even if I don't drink a lot, I still take it.
How much was it? How much did it cost to fix your car?
Oh, it was total.
It was totaled.
I had a Tahoe, so it was totaled out. Then
what'd you blow?
My sister-in-law across the street, she had a Kia that my nephew wasn't paying the payments on. It was only $200 a month. So I said, you know what, Maria, let me take over the payments instead of me renting a car and I'll go and buy one.
Yeah.
She was all right. So I said, okay, you know what I mean? All my stuff fit in it, all my equipment fit in it, everything.
All right, Noe.
Nice.
I got to tell you, next time you're drinking, if you're going to be drinking wine, you got to try Mellow Merlot. Shout out to the homie Mellow Man Ace who was on.
Oh yeah, you know what? I was
where's
that bottle? I got his bottle. I was the one. I did a little.
You give a shout out when we were talking to him.
I did a meet and greet and all that. For
him. You did one of those.
The $35 meet and greet.
I was his West Coast rep for the wine. Yeah, when it first came out.
What?
Nice.
We brought him here. We had him here. Shout out to Mellow Man Ace, man. That's the dog right there.
Yeah.
We had it at Insane's house. Eric Evans. We had it at his house. And
yeah,
put out the
okay.
wine. I fixed it all up for him. People came and I sold him quite a bit of bottles. I probably
That's
maybe
nice.
50 bottles that we sold down here for him.
Melo's a
Nice.
good dude, man.
Real
Melo's
good dude.
But you know what? I don't like
dude.
Merlot, man.
I ain't
told him,
mad
"Hey,"
at you.
I told him you need to come out with the cab. You know what I mean?
I was just saying that so I could shout out Mellow Man.
Yeah,
Needs to be totally honest with
Merlot. I mean, his wine's good though. A lot of people they loved his wine. They like it, Merlot. I like the Merlot too, but I'm more of a cab drinker.
Oh man, these stories have been phenomenal, Noe.
Oh my gosh.
So now we're gonna do the segment in the show where Adlai reads us some news stories, and you get to chime in with me, Noe. We get to make fun of these people, but since you're our guest, Adlai's gonna read you the list, and you get to pick which story we do first. Go ahead, Adlai.
All right, here's our news headlines right now. You pick your favorite. Mace announces he's joining Death Row Records. Rick Ross's company hit with big fine over labor violations at Wingstops. And couples horror as their two dogs eat winning lottery tickets.
Let's do the Mace.
Want to start with Mace?
Mace.
Start with Mace. Okay, well, check this out. Oh, okay, whoops. All right, well, Mace announces he's joining Death Row Records. Mace is looking to be the first artist to rep both Bad Boy and Death Row, the powerhouse hip-hop labels who were entangled in a bitter and ultimately fatal feud back in the 90s, as we know. In an Instagram video posted, the Harlem rapper claimed he's in the process of signing a deal with Death Row Records, which we know was acquired by Snoop Dogg earlier this year. He said, quote, "I'm on Crenshaw, just past Pico, just past Lawson. And I'm out here to meet with Snoop so I can do another joint venture with Death Row Records." He said this while he's taking a car ride through LA. And I'll be officially the first one signed to Bad Boy and to Death Row. And we're going to get the Tupac thing rekindled. Let's see where we go with that.
I didn't even know he was still rapping. Thought he was on to church and all that.
He was a pastor, yeah, but then he came back. He started putting out like kind of positive hip hop. And like, I don't think it's really hitting, but I think this is really interesting. However, have either of the two of you seen that Netflix special with Snoop called "Effing Around"?
Yeah,
The jokes?
No, it's called
one?
"Effing Around."
Yeah, I think I've seen that one.
Maybe I haven't seen that then.
It opens with Cat Williams.
Oh, yeah, no, I've seen that. Yeah, it's a stand-up
Oh my
thingy, right?
gosh, dude.
Yeah.
Cat slays. And then he comes over to the side and Snoop talks to him, and Snoop's just clowning him, about how when they first met each other. And Cat's like, "You know what? I'm glad I was with you on the old Death Row and now on the new Death Row." And when he said that, I was like, man, if I was Snoop Dogg, I'd be so proud of myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You got to be proud of that guy buying Death Row Records. That's really cool.
That's a slap
Yeah,
in
it
his
is.
face.
Yeah,
Hey, man,
definitely is.
I mean, we'll see what happens when that dude gets out of La Pinta, but until then.
I was at a party where Suge Knight was at, and
Oh, wow.
we took a picture. And my buddy, he doesn't know how to take pictures because I'm like right here and Suge's all back here. And then he has a cigar in his mouth, and I'm like, all right, couldn't you make us look? The same with Shaq. I was in Shaq's. We went to Shaq's video, Shaquille O'Neal's video shoot. Same thing, same photographer, my friend. He's fired already, but same thing. But Shaq's already huge, right? So when he gets off the elevator, we taking pictures, and I go up there, and all you see is like from this part of my face, and then him.
Wait, were you DJing a gig for Suge?
Nah.
Oh, because that'd be the scariest gig ever. Could you imagine you train wreck?
I want to say it was. I don't know, because in that picture I'm dressed up. I have like a leather jacket and all that. And I normally don't dress up if I'm gonna go to LA. So it was probably like maybe like a dinner or a party or fancy party or something like that. I don't remember what, but it was.
Could you imagine that, Noe, having a DJ for Suge and then you train wreck? That'd be the worst, dude. You start getting stomped out. You're like, no, man, I signed up for this life. All I want to do is play records.
Yeah.
Or you throw on a Biggie joint and it's like,
oh, yeah. What do you guys think of Mace?
Yeah, no, it was a crazy party though, from what I remember. The best party I went to was Snoop's party. That one was a really cool party because it was, you couldn't even see in there. Like, turn off the fog machine, someone.
How did you get it? Wait, how did you get to go to Snoop's party? What was
it? Was an invite. It was an invite. I got invited.
From who?
I don't even remember. Probably one of the record reps.
Like a label, something.
Oh, rap. I got you.
Yeah. Okay.
But it was funny because when we came out, back then I had a black Tahoe, brand new, black on black rims, and Snoop had a not a Denali, what do you call those? Like the Cadillacs. What do you call it?
Escalade.
Escalade.
Yeah.
Black Escalade, black on black. So we're both parked at the bottom of the parking lot, right? So we had to go down, like, you know, where the ramp up, you drive up, but we had to walk down. And they pulled both of our cars up at the same time, mine and Snoop's.
Oh wow.
Like this, right? So I'm drunk. I don't know. I'm trying to get in his car. He's
Oh
like,
my god.
"Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "Hey, Snoop." He goes, "Oh shit." He goes, "Oh, now I know why. You know, this and that. You know, because both cars look the same. Almost his is more, you know, fancier." But so that's when we took that picture of me and him. So let's bust a flag. He goes, "All right." So we took a picture and everything. And I was like, "Good party, you know."
dude.
Took a little puff of his blunt, and I was on my way.
And got behind the wheel.
Yeah, got behind the
What
wheel.
the heck?
Didn't learn.
Well, no. I did get behind the wheel, but I was staying in LA, so it wasn't.
Doesn't matter. 5
It was
miles, 10
before I had
miles.
a few eyes.
You know, LA. The
Back in the
streets are usually
90s.
pretty clear.
LA,
No traffic there.
you know, cop following in LA.
There's no parked cars to run into.
Exactly.
All
All right, what's
Yeah,
our next
dude,
story?
Hey, just to say something about Mace real quick. Now,
Okay, go
Mace was dope, dude, back in the 90s.
Yeah, he was.
And yeah, he did get he kind of got a little crazy, it sounds like, and went like kind of left that scene. But dude, feels
I
so
don't think
good
he
was
went
the
crazy. He
jam.
just became a pastor.
Do you
There's
think?
nothing wrong
But
with
he
He
didn't want to
was-
be a part of that hip hop life anymore, and he was like really big. I mean, dude, if he had stayed in that same lane,
Dude, if one of your best friends got murdered after you've been beefing with these
Yeah.
guys, I'm out,
Yeah.
dude. I'm a rapper.
Yeah.
I'm not no gangster, especially Mace. He didn't seem like a gangster the whole time. You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, what did
Only
you say?
2 songs that
He got
had.
arrested for nothing except domestic was one of his lines. So, but he was super talented, great rapper, but then he just wasn't the same lyrically, I think,
Yeah,
when
and
he
you know,
came
I
back.
I don't know.
No.
He, I mean, I don't know how he'll do on death row though. What do you? I mean, you know.
That's a good question too, because obviously it's not the death row that it was, in the 90s,
Yeah.
but it's still got a lot of the same artists. And I think Snoop's at that point in his life where he's like, dude, I just want to make good music.
Yeah. I
Keep
think
all
so,
these
too.
old school
Yeah. I think
making money and making music and stuff.
I
And
think
that's what
I
Mace
could see
falls in.
Snoop like signing a couple more East Coast groups, signing some Dirty South groups, because I feel like he wants Death Row South, Death Row East Coast. Like he wants it to be like Def Jam, and I don't blame him. It's a legacy. He helped build that legacy. Like I have nothing but respect for that cat. I know he's a scallywag in the bedroom.
Snoop's putting in some work.
Yeah, and at an old age too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you
And
notice-
that says something about just the hip hop from back in the day too, because really there's still longevity in these guys. Because if you went back 20 years ago and you're like an old school guy came out, you're kind of like, do you like the new stuff better?
Yeah.
You don't have a spot. But now, dude, all these dudes still have a place. I mean, Mace is
Everything.
46, so that's
So he
kinda
better put out a
youngish.
fire album though, bro. If you're
But it
trying
better
to
be
come
good.
correct, your album better be fire. Because I'm promising you right now, nobody's gonna beat Five Thug's last album. I don't give a crap.
Yeah,
I don't
that
care.
was dope. Yeah, and dude, and then there's a home for it too, because you can put a video out on YouTube,
Yeah.
get 5 million views,
Yep.
and you're staying paid. You look at your Redmans, your Method Mans, all these dudes, your Ice Cubes, still making new music.
I mean, Mellow
and it's
Man,
still
dude.
good.
Mellow Man put that $1
Yeah.
song out. That song was good.
It was
Yeah,
really
He made
good.
all that money.
Dope, man.
$1.
Remember
Yeah.
that song?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's
Everybody
still
in the
making
cash
it,
at
so.
me $1. Cash at me $1. $1. Yeah, man. Like that was a good
Some of
song.
them were cash apping no more than $1.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's what he told us.
Hey,
All right, what's
so-
our next story, Adley?
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh,
Noe
go
G.
ahead.
I was gonna recap back on some more things that we had done that I didn't talk about that
Go for
was
it.
important was when we did we were when you said that somebody had his own radio station or something. We were the ones that had our own radio. We did a pirate radio station. It was me, Moosey, Chris Boogie again, Jake Chavez, and Sid Hernandez. We called it Quest Radio.
All right, cool. But were the Baker Boys on it?
No,
Huh.
this was us. We did it, and our station was on top of Murphy's. They have that little office on top.
Huh.
Before it was, I don't know if it was Murphy. Before David then owned it, that's when we did it. We were up there. That's where we had our radio station. We had the little receiver. I bought the receiver, and we did commercials. Some local rappers did like our intro and all that. And you can hear it. It was 89.7 or 87.7 Quest Radio.
That is
QEST.
sick. How old were you when you did that?
Oh man, I don't know. I was probably like maybe 20. I had to have been like maybe 20 something, 26, maybe I want to say 20.
I wish we would have thought of something like this.
25 or something.
I know.
And then the FCC finally caught us and shut us down.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, they busted it and shut us down. And
Oh
so
my
now
God, dude,
that's
that's
how Jake has that radio now. He's doing Savage Radio. I don't know if you heard, but Jake Chavez, he does Savage Radio, and he actually, I think he's almost like getting legit. Like he's almost gonna be legit with that radio.
And it's on that same signal in that same office.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is. But I mean, it ain't. That was like years ago when we took that dial, because we were actually looking for what dial to take from the FM station.
Just see what was clear.
Man, how could you learn that? What inspired you to learn how to do that, Noe?
Well, it wasn't really me, man. It was Jake Chavez. He knew how to do all that.
Really?
It was just a little bit of all of us. We all had input in it, yeah. So we had the table. We were playing. We were even having people call in, and we would take like requests. I don't know how we would record them, but there was a way we were recording them to put them on the radio.
Reel to reel.
Yeah, so
it was reel to reel when I first started radio. I mean, that was a long time ago. But you do the reel to reel. Adley, were you ever reel to reel?
Only toward the tail end. I never cut a spot. I saw Beef Smith cut a couple spots or whatever, but I do remember seeing it.
Cassettes and 8-tracks for me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, we had the carts and that. Yeah, it is crazy. All right, what's our next story, Adley?
All right, you want to go with Rick Ross?
Yeah, let's do Rick Ross.
And okay, so his company's hit with huge fines and labor violations at his Wingstop locations. Now, yeah, we know Rick Ross and Wingstop and his family, they're under fire in Mississippi for allegedly skimming money from the wages of their Wingstop workers.
What?
Now they're getting hit with fines. Now, the U.S. Department of Labor says that Boss Wings Enterprises, LLC, Rick Ross's company, they're fining him with $114,000 for back wages and other penalties after the agency determined their franchises were violating labor laws. Now, unclear what period of time this covers exactly, but the Department of Labor claims that after an investigation into 5 locations, all owned and operated by Boss Wings, they found many of the employees were taking home less than the $7.25 an hour.
What?
After factoring all the deductions. A big no-no under the minimum wage laws on the books.
That's wrong.
Wow. For
Wait,
Rick Ross.
Where are they getting paid $7.25 an hour as minimum wage?
This is Mississippi.
Oh,
so
man.
It might be a little lower.
That's not good.
Hey,
that's not good.
When I was in Texas, because I go to Dallas a lot, because my grandkids live over there. Shout out to them, Jacob and Katie, my babies.
Right on.
And they, I mean, I don't know if this is true, but one of the waitresses there was telling me, I go, well, how much you got paid? She goes, we only make like $3 something an hour. I said, what?
Yes, that's server wage. Outside of California, there's something called server wage,
right.
and so
you make $3. She's like,
yeah, but they make it up on the tips. That's what
she was telling me though.
Yeah, that's the mindset. But I still think it's screwing your employee.
It's like, how do you live? Like, you know what I mean?
Well, because everybody's got a tip at that point. So that's why you got to give good
Hopefully.
service. You got to get bomb service because you got to get them tips.
Yeah, jeez.
Dude, this guy Rick Ross, man, he has money. Why is he screwing people out of these nickels?
Now he's saying the Department of Labor alleges the owners of the specific franchises were forcing workers to pay for uniforms, basic safety training, background checks, and cash register shortages. So you got to cover that stuff too. The Department of Labor also claims the bosses at these 5 restaurants were, in many instances, working their employees to the bone, making them work overtime without properly compensating them, and not keeping clean time records on hand.
Just a sloppy management.
Woo!
Rick Ross, man, I'm embarrassed for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. They even had one employee that was 15 years old, and they'd keep him working past 10, but the law says you can't work a minor that age past 7.
Oh, my gosh.
Woo!
This is horrible. Noe, you ever meet Rick Ross?
Nah. Never had
Mickey Rock met him. He was telling us about him. Mickey
play.
Mickey said CeeLo out on Melrose. We were at
that's cool. What was that like? Yeah.
He was cool. I say, CeeLo, he's all, what's up? And then I go, hey, let's bust a flick. He goes, let's go. I said, all right. He was jumping in his car, and I said, bust a flick, and took off. But
That's
he's
your
cool.
line. Let's bust a flick. That's not a bad line. I'm gonna
Yeah,
start
that's
saying
cool.
that. I
Better
never
than
see
take a
celebrities,
selfie.
though.
Yeah, no, I was.
Yeah. But dude, Wingstop. Are we eating at Wingstop or what?
I've never been to Wingstop before. You guys ever been to Wingstop?
I got one close. There's one close.
I don't eat fast food restaurant or places like that.
I haven't been to fast food in a minute, but I would go to Rockin' Wings. That's the
Rockin'
only place
Wings.
out
Shout
there I
out to
go.
Mickey and Nelly.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't.
yeah.
I don't really go to fast food, but I don't think I've ever been to a Wingstop. One and two, man. Rick Ross, dude, come on, bro. Like you got to figure this out, man.
150,000. That should be. He should have it.
Yeah, that should.
Yeah,
he
that's
should
not
have
a
it in
lot
his
of money for
pocket.
him,
It's
though.
okay. Offer him 100,000, and that's it. You know what I mean? Pay it, get it over.
Yeah, he better hope that they don't get a lawyer, get a whole like what's that called when you get a bunch of people together, a class action suit.
Class action suit.
Ooh, yeah, that could be big trouble for him too, because obviously Rick Ross has a lot of money, and $100,000 ain't nothing to him. So it's like, man, if I knew that Rick Ross was the owner and he was not paying me and breaking the law, don't you think you'd be like, lawyer?
I would hit him up first for my money.
Yeah, I'd just be like, come on, bro. Seriously, do you want to get lawyers involved?
Yeah, if
Granted,
I'm Rick Ross, I would chip everybody off an extra $20,000. That wouldn't be very much, but to them, that would be a lot, right?
they'd be like,
So
cool.
I
Yes.
pay them all back, and then I give them
They'll
all
take it.
$20,000.
No, take it.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah,
Rick
that'd
Ross
be
can be
it.
scary
Yeah.
too, though, because when he came by the station with me and Mickey, I was recording in the studio, recording drops from him too. And I told you about that, right, Mike? When
Yeah.
I thought I lost the file. I was using Adobe Audition or whatever, and it disappeared. And I was like, and he's all looked at me like, "You lost my
Yeah.
ish," and I was like, Control Z, bring it back, undo. So I found it. I was like, oh man, I was nervous. So
I would have
if
been
you-
so scared.
yeah, you'd be like, you'd go up to Rick Ross like, "Hey, Rick, I know you haven't been paying me. I've been working hard, man. Come on, dude. Can you?" And he'd probably just look at you like, "What you going to do?"
Dude, I'm telling you, if I'm Rick Ross, I'm paying this 150,000 and chipping everybody off 20, and I'm doing it like on Instagram or something. Like I'm showing up to their houses personally, and like playing my music. Hey, it's Rick Ross. I'm the boss. 20. Hey, here's $20,000. I'd make sure everybody saw it, put it on social media, and everybody. But there'd be a contract with it. Like, hey, so when you sign this, you can't sue me.
We're
We
done.
understand each other.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Boom. Boom. Boom.
Well, actually, if you take it, you don't even have to sign a contract.
Really?
Yeah.
Agreement, you're taking it.
Well, if they start messing with me, I'm
okay,
calling the kukui. That's all I know. I'm calling Noe G and tell him, give me the kukui, because these guys, they didn't take my 20K seriously.
Trying to burn me.
Yeah, because think about it. If he did that, everybody would be so excited, right? And because if this goes to court, man, this ain't going to look good for Rick Ross.
Or his business.
No, not at all, because it's going to be a bunch of brown or black kids that are doing whatever they can to get by, working at this crappy fast food, and that judge is going to be like, "Oh man, I am going to."
What kind of food is it again?
Chicken wings, right? Chicken.
Yeah,
is it
Wingstop.
Yeah, chicken wings.
Yeah.
I'm not a
Yeah.
big wing fan. Unless they're
Really?
from Outback.
I don't know. I love wings. I love wings.
From Outback those are the only wings I'll eat.
You know what I love? I love going to some random pub and getting their wings, and when they're bomb, you're just like, "Oh, I'm going back to this place."
Yeah.
I used to love when they used to have those cheap wings, those 25-cent wings. Remember, you used to go to the bar,
Yeah.
get a pitcher of beer
Oh,
for
no,
$5 and the 25-cent wings. That was back in
man.
1977. Just kidding. But yeah, I don't know, man. This Rick Ross, dude, I'm telling you guys right now, this Rick Ross, he needs to get it straight and like turn this into a positive, make himself look good out of this, get that money out of his pocket. It might cost him at most $420,000. That's going to be way cheaper than if they go before a judge, man. And oh my gosh, you're going to see a bunch of, I'm telling you, it's going to be a bunch of young black kids or brown kids. And you're that judge. You're going to want to make an example. I promise you that.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, did Rick Ross know what was going on, or because these other bosses managing these individual stores were doing this stuff? So maybe he wasn't really aware.
Yeah.
Still responsible.
If your name's on that,
But,
if
yeah.
your name's on the checks, bro,
Yeah.
that's your responsibility.
That's
That's what
at
they're
that
going
point.
for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I'm not giving Rick Ross a pass. I'm telling you right now, Rick Ross, if you see this Chino Brothers episode, I am afraid of you. However, you need to put that money out, bro. Get this done with as fast as possible.
Yeah.
And then it's and then it's done. And trust me, you'll look dope on TikTok, Instagram, all that. Just, hey, look at me giving this money to people like you're Mr. Santa Claus, instead of them sitting before a judge. That's not, dude. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. You don't want that. And
they will
and
just open the floodgates on that guy.
I'd close it up if you said, okay, I'm paying you and wings for life. Good. I'm good. I'll
Even
sign
Steven,
whatever you want.
right there, wings for life.
No. Still got to pay the cash.
What about the 20K? You get the 20K?
The cash, what he owes me plus 20K and wings for life.
No, he ain't kicking in the wings for life. You either get the 20K or the wings for life. What are you doing? No, what are you doing? Obviously, no, he doesn't eat wings, so he's going to get that. He's taking the 20K.
20K.
Yeah.
What about he's taking Uber for life?
Yeah, Uber for life.
I don't know. I might take the wings, man, because I can put away some wings.
Wings for life?
Oh, those lemon
Like
pepper joints. Woo!
Dude, I've never had their wings, so I can't tell you if they're good or they're bad. Lemon pepper's
bomb. And I feel like he invented that. I got to look that up, but Rick Ross is the one who created lemon.
See, I only eat one meal a day. Like I just one big good meal a day.
That sounds good.
Usually around either lunchtime or a little bit after lunch.
So you're not wasting it on wings.
Nah.
That's
Dude, there's a wing spot out here though called Big Shop Bob's. Woo!
I mean, I like to eat good food.
I'm with you. You like ribeyes. You
want
ribeyes, tuna ahi.
You know what I mean? I do this thing where I call it Noe G Eats, you know, and everywhere I go, if it's good and all that, I hashtag Noe G Eats. And now I got people calling me and say, hey, Noe, I want to go. Where's a good place to go eat at? This and that for like this kind of food. I said, oh, well, my favorite spot is this spot. You know what I mean? Go try this one out. You know,
ooh, that could be a YouTube channel.
All right, cool. So I do that.
I'm putting you on the spot. Best tacos in town.
Oh man, for me, well, it depends. If they're street tacos, I'm gonna go to Tacos de Huicho or Chef Lino's Poorhouse on Fruitvale. But if it's
Poorhouse has tacos.
Oh yeah, bomb, dude. Chef Lino, come on! Shout out to Lino and Francis.
The Poorhouse is kind of like a dive bar.
It's a bar. It used to be a dive bar, but that's where they're at now. They're located. They're
inside there.
Oh man, and it's fire.
Ooh, okay, that's good.
Yeah, it gets pretty good. Sometimes they have this night called Tomahawk Night. Lino will make a big old steak with mashed potatoes, asparagus, and little appetizers like mushrooms, stuffed mushrooms. And the tomahawk steak, oh, dude, it's just.
How much does that set you back, Noe G?
Jalapeno mashed potatoes.
How
much?
$75.
$75? That's not bad. That's not bad.
I mean, it's worth it. I think it's worth it. You get wine, you know.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah,
no, because you're getting it's probably an aged ribeye, and it's a tomahawk, so it's gonna be off the bone. It's gonna taste really nice.
And the way Lino cooks it, you know, he cooks it perfect. Like I did a party for Dr. Alvarez's wife a couple of weeks ago, and it's my first time having caviar. And Lino had brought it because Lino was doing the catering for the party. They had lobster, filet mignon, rice, and then for the appetizers were the fucking goddamn, what was it called? Caviar, yeah. They had the little caviars with little crackers with the cheese and like a little tomato or something on top of it. And man, when I tried it, it was beluga
caviar, yeah.
Oh my god, it was so good. I had to have like some more. You know, I'm hooked on it now. So now I'm caviar guy.
Not me, man.
Nice.
For me, you just
have you tried it?
No. Cut a lemon in half, put a saladito in the middle. And that's my
that was me. That was me in the fifth, 6th grade, bro.
That's my life.
We used to do the lemon, cut the top, leave the bottom, and then we put a candy cane in there.
Oh,
stick a candy cane in there. That's what we eat it all day. Or saladitos. Saladitos came later, but we do candy cane or saladitos.
Saladitos was in the lemon
you ain't telling me
orange.
Nothing, you know me?
You could do it on the orange. The orange was decent. The lemon was fun because it had that tartness, but the orange was decent.
Have you ever had that lemon and orange? It's like lemon and orange together. There's only certain people that have that tree. You never tried it? It's so good. Like you need to try that. I forgot what it's called, but it's a lemon and orange.
I thought you were gonna ask me if I ever put my pico limon on a lemon. Then I'll say yes, I did. All right, come on, Adley. What's our next story?
All right, here we go. The
Beluga
next
caviar,
story.
man. Noe G. This man is a
Fancy.
international man of mystery.
Refined.
When I do these gigs, man, I eat good. You know, these
International man of mystery, eating them tomahawks, man. That's
Nice.
I,
down
love eat, bro. I can tell you a lot of good restaurants, even in LA.
laying down that cheddar.
Nice.
Bro, the problem is I live in Pittsburgh now. So when I was a kid, growing up in LA, you have all those good restaurants. The food's not that good in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So the other day, my wife ordered me Felipe's hot mustard. The sandwich shop downtown, Felipe's French Dips in Los Angeles over by Alvera Street. She ordered me a jar of the hot mustard. Oh man, now I'm starting to make my own French dips over here. I'm so happy.
Nice.
I had to learn how to cook. All right, what's our last story, Ad?
All right, guys, here we go. Couples horror as their two dogs eat, winning lottery ticket, ripping it to shreds.
It's the best story ever.
Now, Nathan and Rachel lament they couldn't believe it when their two dogs ate their winning lottery ticket, but Hubert staff at Oregon Lottery were able to fit the pieces back together and send the couple a check. Wow, that is insane. Now, the couple.
How much did they hit for?
Let me look for here. Let's see. The couple have cashed in their lottery winnings despite their two dogs shredding the ticket into pieces. Okay, they sent the damaged ticket to the lottery with a note and guilty picture of their pooches. The pair felt lucky when personnel was able to fit the chewed pieces back together. Okay, I'm reading that. Officials of the Oregon Lottery have seen lottery tickets in many different states, washed in a pair of jeans, dropped in a mud puddle, run over by cars. But this was the first. Trying to get to the meat here. Where does it say?
I know, bro, because if it's like $5, man, them dogs can have it. I'm not, man.
Have another one.
Yeah.
This is interesting.
But if it's over, all right, if it's not saying, let's just start coming up with our own number. What number is the freak out number, Noe? Where if your dog was eating the ticket, 50 is the freak out number?
I mean, we don't know. I mean, $1 million would be a freak out, but
no, I'm saying like when do you freak? Like, how much does it have to be worth? Because if it's worth $20,
kill that dog and cut his.
Yeah, exactly. If it's worth $20, I don't care about this. I don't care.
20 million at least.
20 mil is the first time you freak out. Because I'd probably freak out at about $500. I'd be like, man, 500 is a decent amount of I don't want to lose, dog. Don't be eating that ticket.
250. I've had 250, and it goes like that. So 500,000 to me is like it'll probably go.
You had $250,000.
Yeah,
and you burned it.
Well, I mean, it's still up there, but I'm just saying that's half of that already gone. Like, you know what I mean?
You won that in a lottery?
Nah. I sold a couple houses that I had.
That would have been fun if he would have won that in a lottery, huh? That would have been a great story.
That'd be crazy.
No, but okay, so how
I'm really
much
careful with my money? Like I kind of, after a while you learn how to, like, you get older, you kind of, stop spending so much money on dumb stuff. You know what I mean? You start buy stuff for your house or, for you.
$75 steak dinners,
Yeah.
All right, come on, Adley. How much before you freak out? How much would that ticket have to be worth before you freaked out?
I mean, I would say even 10 grand, I'd be like, dang it.
I'm telling you, $500. If it was 500 American dollars, I will be angry at my dog. I'm already angry at my dog a lot.
Still a lot of money, 500. I mean,
I'd be pissed for sure. But you guys are going to be disappointed. I found the amount.
What was it?
It was a $3 lottery ticket. That's what they bought it for, and it won them $8.
Nah, bro, I ain't putting that back together for the lottery. I ain't putting that back together for the.
Play with it.
I don't have that kind of time, bro. $8.
Stamp an envelope costs more money.
Yeah. So my time is worth more than $8. I don't get no $8 time.
$8, yeah, that's a lot of effort to put it in an envelope, all the little pieces, and then like a letter, and then a picture of the dogs chewing it up. You're like,
I'm $5 on a scratch ticket, and it's probably still in my old car somewhere.
In your ashtray, yeah. This story is not about dogs ripping up lottery tickets. This story is about two idiots that thought $8 was worth them putting together a jigsaw puzzle of a lottery ticket and bothering state officials for their $8. $8, kiss my butt, dude. I'm telling you right now. I think would $100 do it? What do you guys think? Before you'd want to jigsaw puzzle it back together, how much?
I don't know.
I mean, $100. I ain't even gonna sweat it.
I know
I
that. Like, I feel like 100. I know I'm cheap too.
500 maybe.
I think 100 is where I'm starting to turn the page on it, because like 100, I could buy some decent headphones for 100.
That's a
Yeah.
tomahawk steak and tip.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I'm not spending my dog, you know, chewed up lottery money on a steak. I'm spending on something I can remember. $100, $100, dude. I could get those Beats earbuds for $100. So, I don't know, dude.
True. I just think it's about. I think it's about the headline too, though. Couples horror as their two dogs eat winning lottery ticket.
Well, that's why we're reading it, because
so it worked.
Yeah, we
so clickbait.
Everybody's curious on the amount.
Because if it was $5 million, it's like, oh no, I don't know if my dog would be alive. If she ate the $5 million ticket, I will be very angry. I remember one time when we were in college, Noe, me and Adelaide, I played the lottery one day, and then I was like, oh, I'm going to check the numbers. I was looking at the paper. Adelaide's like, don't check the numbers. You didn't win, bro. You know you didn't win. So I'm like, all right. So I just threw it away. And then they're like, whoever has this lottery ticket hasn't turned it in, so we're going to put it back into the pool. I always wondered if that was my lottery ticket, Adelaide.
Really? You serious? Oh,
no, that really happened, but I never thought it was my lottery ticket. I was just like, Adelaide's right, man. I don't even know why I played this stupid thing. Like, I'll play a scratch off. That makes sense. But
we bought a Powerball or whatever. It was me, my mom, a couple of the people, like 4 of us. And we had 3 numbers in the Powerball, and it was like $250 or whatever. And you think if there was 2 more numbers, we would have won like millions. But it's the way you say it. You're like 2 more. We're only 2 numbers away from millions.
Sure, I was only 5 numbers away.
But yeah, I mean, but it's just kind of how when you think about it, you're like, wow, only 2.
No, do you gamble?
Yeah.
Nah.
You don't gamble? Good for you, man.
Nah.
Have you ever been a gambler?
You know what? One time, the only time I gambled was me and my brother Jaime, rest in peace. He took me to Vegas for the first time, and we're going to a show, and we're all, my brother was like, he's gangster, you know what I mean? So he was like cussing at us, hurry up, let's go, we're gonna be late for the show. So we're all running, and I had a quarter, so I stopped real quick in the slot machine, and I won $126. And he's all,
wow.
He's all rushing us to hurry, but when I won, he's like, oh shoot, keep playing, you should keep playing, you're gonna win. I was like, all right, just won 126. Let's just cash and keep going. You know what I mean? But
and you never gambled again?
Nah.
Wow.
Really?
No, good for you, dude.
Save my money, bro.
Good for you. So you don't play the lottery.
Huh.
No.
Good for you. Because I think the lottery is the dumbest thing ever. And here's why. Dude, here's how life works. If you're supposed to make $25,000, you know how to handle $25,000.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get a raise to $30,000. And now you know how to handle $30,000. And it bumps up and it bumps up and it bumps up till God decides you're not supposed to make any more money, or however life works. You know what I mean? But you know how to handle your money. Yep. Dude, when people get those big, giant chunks of money dropped on their head like that, it never turns out good for them. Mm-mm. Never.
Yeah.
I
still buy lottery tickets every once in a while.
Yeah. If I ever want any crazy amount of money like that, I would just buy me a house in Portolini, Greece, and stay there.
That's not a bad idea. Everybody has this dumb idea, but yours is the best idea I've heard. But everybody's always like, I wouldn't tell anyone, and I wouldn't change my lifestyle. I was like, that's not what's going to happen. I remember, so my wife, she's a physical therapist, and she was doing physical therapy for this lady, and her daughter had died, and her family had sued the restaurant where the guy who was a drunk driver who had come out of it. So they sued the restaurant, and they got like $15 million, right? But this lady was from Brookline, which is like, just like a blue collar East Coast town, like you'd see in a movie, like Rocky, you know what I mean? And then they moved down to the South Hills, and bro, like we went to their house, and you could tell their neighbors. It was like, man, I wouldn't even want to be in the same room with these people. I don't like these kind of people. I'm not about that rich people life, bro. It's not for me. And you could tell it just didn't, like, she was not comfortable in her own skin, but she had all this money. Like, I don't ever want to have money I'm not supposed to have. Whatever money I'm supposed to have, that's what I'm supposed to have. Yeah. I don't want to F up my kids, my wife. Like, man, it took me 49 years to get here. I'm good, bro. I made my own money. You know, that's how I feel.
That's how I do it. To make my own money. I mean, that's why I'm involved in a lot of things. I also do the, because, I promote shows and all that. Like we got the Chicano Batman coming up August 25th.
What's the Chicano Batman?
Oh, that's wow. Okay, that's
you never heard of Chicano Batman?
I'm on the East Coast, bro. We ain't got no Chicano Batman over here.
They're kind of like they're from LA. They did Coachella and all that already. They're kind of like, I want to say their music kind of like psychedelic, kind of like cumbia, but more. It's hard to explain. Though.
Is it like Ozo Motley?
Indie. Nah.
Not like Ozo.
YouTube them and just go through their music. They do play one song that you might be familiar with.
All right.
I forgot the name of the song, but
Chicano Batman's the group.
Chicano
What's the venue?
Batman.
Where you guys do? That's with Gardea, right?
Yeah, with Tim. We're doing it at Mill Creek Park.
Oh, we get a fence it in?
It's almost sold out. Yeah. Early in the morning, we're gonna go in there and all right, all the homeless, drug addicts.
Yeah.
That's Noe's
downtown.
job. Noe's going in with a baseball bat.
A big old board that just fucking walks down the park like that. Everybody out.
That's the spot. Yeah, a lot of
I
homeless.
Noe's gonna go with a baseball bat and a trash can. Bang, 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 bang. Everybody up. Everybody up.
We actually got the BPD is gonna go out there early in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Throw them all out.
Okay.
But,
Yeah, you fence that whole thing in. What's the capacity at that place?
I don't know.
A couple thousand, right?
We're already. No, I don't think that much. Probably like
Not that big.
1,000. Yeah, we're like at maybe I think close to 600 already.
Man,
Nice.
don't you get tired, Noe? You're not.
Man. I do, but you know, I always think I say to myself, you know, right now I'm not working because my DJ is pretty good. You know, I get paid pretty good DJing. I mean, good money, you know, every weekend. So this is how I see it. You know, I you know, somebody calls me last minute. Hey, can you DJ? You know, for me Saturday. I know it's last minute. I'm like, okay. Well, what is it? Is it a house party? Yeah. Okay. Is it outside? Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't do outside house parties.
Ooh, not right now.
We could put you between July and August. You're not going to get me outside. If you do, it's going to be for a lawyer or somebody worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's because I already know they're going to put me somewhere where it's air conditioning or shade or all that.
Nice and cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, they'll call me and they'll be like, "Oh, okay, well, how much?" You know, I said, "Well, for a house party, I charge $1,000 for a backyard boogie. So for 4 hours."
Woo!
Nice.
So, you know,
Nice.
That's wedding money, bro. What are you
That's
charging
the
for a
G
wedding,
in
man?
Noe G.
I'll do that. Well, that's, you know, I mean, you're either going to do it or you're not. So this is how I think of it. You know, I'll say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do your party because I think, well, it's only 4 hours. That's $1,000 you're not going to have on Sunday. Just go do it. Just think of it as work. So I think of it as work. You know what I mean? So what I do is I go sit up early in the morning, 9 o'clock. I come home, not butt naked, but in my 20s. I'm in bed all day for a whole hour before my gig. So I rest. I don't drink when I'm doing my gigs. I don't smoke weed when I'm doing my gigs. I go in there, I do what I got to do, you know, talk, whatever, get involved.
I mean, I'm not mad at you about picking up gigs. That's
no. That's what I'm saying. But I do get tired, but that's why I rest and I don't drink because then the next day I don't want to be waking up with a hangover or anything.
No,
so
I'm with you, but I'm talking about, and you're promoting. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're just picking up these gigs, like, okay, cool, man. No matter how old you are, I think you can handle them gigs. Yeah. But you're adding this to your list. You're doing this to yourself, dude. This promoting stuff.
My promoting, I take care of all that during the week. Like that's my Mondays. I sleep, rest. I don't do nothing. I go eat. I hang out by the pool. I'm in the pool all day. Housekeeper comes. Gardener comes. I take care of all them.
While you're eating caviar.
Yeah, so and then Tuesdays when I set up my meetings because I rent out the tower hall also for gigs, you know, events.
Okay.
And all that. So I'm kind of like a coordinator for them also. So I'll meet whoever wants to do events, you know. Like last week I had I closed 4 accounts for the hall, you know what I mean? And I get a cut out of all those this thing. So that could be $7,000-8,000 right there for me, you know what I mean? In that week. So
yeah, no, he told us he was retired. He lied, man. You ain't retired, no. Stop telling lies, man. You ain't retired, bro. You're you're working harder than me and Adelaide put together, and you're retired.
I'm actually trying to go back to work. Like I told one of my homegirls that she works at one of these places where they find you jobs. I'm too old to go and apply. Just find me a job. You already know everything about me. I'm admin. I don't do anything else but administration because that's what I'm used to, you know. So I called her up the other day. She goes, yeah. Well, let me see. We might be able to get you to CPAT K or something like that. I was like, oh, that's a good job. Yeah, I'll do that. You know what I mean? So, you know, every job that I go to, I always meet people. They always know I'm a DJ. So that's where I gain more clients, you know, and like.
No, I thought you said you wanted to. You don't want to retire. What's wrong?
I'm retired from going in at 8 and coming out at 5. I don't like that.
Got you. I got you.
Time. No. I wake up when I want. I can cancel a meeting if I want. I don't have to do a gig if I want. You know what I mean?
I got you.
I'm just me. Mondays, this is my schedule. I usually DJ Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, I take off to LA. I'm in LA till like Tuesday, hanging out with my buddies up there, C-, Chris Boogie, Chalk, whatever, you know, hang out, Be Real Studio, whatever, you know. I like to go. I like to go. Sometimes I'll just go rent a room, 5-star hotel, and I get these nice rooms because my niece works for the hotels. So she looks
Noe G, man.
A $700 room, I'll get it for like $76.
Oh,
you know?
Dang.
So I'll stay there 3-4 days. Sometimes I'll just rent a room just to go swim and eat, just to, you know, order food, bring me food, you know, swim all day, go to sleep, come home the next day. Or I go walk around. I like to walk a lot also. So I walk, take walks. I go to little different bars. I'll get their appetizers, get a drink, go to the next one, appetizers, another drink, until, you know, I'm all right, I'm full, whatever. Go back to the room or go to a show or something. And then I just
all by yourself, though? Just chilling all by yourself?
When I want to be by myself, yeah. But other time I go with Moosey. I hang out with C- or Chris Boogie.
I got you.
We just hang out. We go to show because Chris Boogie, he does a lot of sounds for a lot of events down there. So I'll go with him and go, you know, he goes from one end to the other. We did a party in Malibu not too long ago, me and him. And that was a crazy party, but they won't let us with the phones. I took a video of when we got there and everything set up, but we couldn't have our phones out or take pictures or anything. And they were strict about that.
Dude, Illflow
I tried to sneak one out, but I was like, I said, nah, I better not, you know.
Illflow told us last week that he did mushrooms for the first time and DJ'd on a yacht. He told us, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that.
I know I'm not. I mean, I'm way.
I'd be too paranoid.
Yeah, I never took shrooms, but I took an acid, and all acid did to me was make me laugh. Like I could not stop laughing. Literally, like my guts were hurting. I couldn't stop laughing. It was a good high, but I didn't like it. I stopped it.
Well, Noe G, where can they find you on social media, man?
Well, on Facebook, it's Noe G Garcia. On Instagram, it's DJ Noe G. Instagram.
Are you on TikTok yet?
Nah.
Why is nobody on TikTok, Adley?
I don't know.
Dude, we are lighting up on TikTok, Noe. It's so
I'm
easy.
thinking about getting it only for promotions, but
Exactly.
I'm not trying to be in there doing all the dances. I'm too old.
No, bro. You don't do the dances.
It's beyond that now.
I'm telling you, it's so beyond that. And you know what?
Yeah.
You can make cheddar going live on TikTok as a DJ. You can make you can make stacks, dude.
I'm thinking about doing that. My granddaughter was actually going to show me how to get on there because I don't know how to do all that.
Do it.
I don't have a snap. I don't have
Noe G sounding real young. My granddaughter is going to teach me how to get on TikTok.
Yeah, she's going to show me. She loves it. I mean,
that's the young people we have on the show. All right, Noe, man, I hope you had a good time. We had a great time.
Yeah,
this is some wild stories, man. This is going to be a great episode.
One more thing I want to throw out there.
Yeah, please.
That I do is I also do the Christmas for homeless teens. So
wow,
that's kind of like my baby. This year will be 8 years of me doing it. What I do is I go to the homeless center before Christmas, you know, like the beginning of the month, and all the homeless teens that are in the in-house, what they do is they make me a list of like a Christmas wish list. And what I do is I get like say Adelaide wants to sponsor a kid, you know, so I'll give you a piece of paper of what they want. You hook them up with that gift and everything, and then I get sponsors. Cool. You know, they all sponsor me, of course, all my buddies. And with that money, I throw them a big party, like food, everything, and I take all the gifts to them, and they open them up. And so yeah, I've been doing that for 8 years, man. So hopefully this year, you know, I grew. I know they said you guys are gonna have my back this year, but yeah.
Hey, that's big news too. Noe G's on Groove too.
Oh yeah, so
yeah, let's not forget to plug that, man.
Yeah, so now you catch me on Saturdays and hopefully another day also on.
Wait, do you play house or deep house?
You know what?
I'm just kidding.
It's gonna be house for 4 hours on Friday.
It's been a while since I kind of like mixed, you know, like for a show. It's kind of like I don't like the way this came out, so it's kind of I'm still kind of getting it together. It's gonna happen, you know. So
play the clean version of There's Some in This House.
Being on him and,
the clean version.
Clean versions. I don't know.
This is the only song you know from house music. All right, Noe G,
I do the house show on Biology Radio with Raleigh D. You know, so that's
okay. Right on, man. Hey, do you have a good time, Noe?
Oh yeah, man.
Right on. All right, you guys. Well, don't forget to follow us on TikTok, Noe G is going to start his TikTok when his granddaughter teaches him.
My granddaughter teaches.
That's right. And then we're also
soon.
follow us on YouTube and Facebook and the gram, but we don't put much on the gram. All right, guys, we'll see you next time. That's it. Noe, stick around for the green room.
Shout out. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Noe G's
shout
gonna
out.
do a shout out. Yeah.
Sorry.
420 Kingdom. Shout out to them. H.A. Sala, Raleigh D, Chito, my team, Nocturnal, Tim Gardea. Shout out to Leticia Flores. Leticia Perez. I said Flores. That's my other homegirl. Jeff Flores for hooking it up.
Well,
And,
shout out to Leticia Flores as well. She sounds
shout out
like a
to
nice
Leticia
young
Flores.
lady. God bless her.
And shout out to David Torres, all the ones that always got my back, man. Shout out to all you guys. All my haters, shout out to you guys too.
Sponsored by Uber.
How many haters can you have, man, at this stage, Noe? How many haters can you have?
Man, they're out there, brother.
No way. That's a waste of time, bro. Here's
for
how
them,
life
not
works.
for me.
Listen, young people that
I'm
are
too
hating
old to
on
worry about that.
That's right. Listen, I got a message to all the haters that are hating on Noe G. Y'all listen to me right now. This man's living the DJ retirement that we're all hoping to live someday. Don't be hating on this man. I hope someday when I'm as young as he is, I'll be having this type of a lifestyle.
And my birthday's Christmas Eve too, so
yeah, eating caviar. Shoot.
I'll invite you to my party, man. Maybe you can fly down all the way from Philly.
And no, Pittsburgh, man. I hate Philadelphia.
Man, yeah.
We got a grudge. I might come down anyways because I gotta go to LA and see my mom. But all right, are we ready to wrap up, guys? Or we got anything else?
Yeah, that's good.
We all good? All right. I don't want to cut nothing off, bro, because Noe G got a lot of good to say. I love hearing it, man. Great stories. We'll have you back on, dude. Don't worry. We want to do a double series, like so we can have you on with
Raleigh D or
I think it'd be funny with him
Chris
and
Boogie or
Chris Boogie.
One of these old school cats.
Yeah.
We got
all right.
Chris Boogie would be good.
All right, stick
Can
around.
you get Fantasia? We want to get Fantasia on here.
We're talking about Chris Boogie.
We're leaving. We'll see you guys later. All right, we're hanging up right now. Goodbye, everybody.